trouble. Watch out. Watch the wicked them holla. Say the wicked them bad. And cold and cold now. Hey. Watch the wicked them holla. Say the wicked them bad. And cold and cold now. We say how we are gonna do it. Boy, ready? Ready? Boy, we say how we are gonna do it. Yes, we go down. Boy, sit down there. Just catch it on the balance wheel. 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 Jesus, are you balance? Trouble. Watch out. Watch the wicked them holla. Say the wicked them bad. And cold and cold now. Hey. Watch the wicked them holla. Say the wicked them bad. And cold and cold now. Talk to me. We say how we are gonna do it. Boy, ready? Ready? Boy, we say how we are gonna do it. Yes, we go down. Boy, sit down there. Just catch it on the balance wheel. 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 Jesus, are you balance?
The scale of dealing with anti-corruption issues. So there is a learning curve that we are going through. What is important is that the government supports the development of the institution so it can accelerate very quickly on that learning curve and provide the resources so that they can move very quickly on the learning curve, and that the government does not intervene or interfere. And that message goes to the opposition as well. Leave the anti-corruption and policing agencies to do their jobs. So why you come to me with that foolishness, you know? You elect a prime minister, and is a prime minister run the country. It is time we learn to hold our leaders accountable for their actions and stop making excuses for them. Stop making excuses. Otherwise, go elect the people who really run in the country. And I don't want to right there that stupid argument. Hold the people you elect accountable and stop making excuses for them.
Hello, welcome. Happy Tuesday to everyone. Happy Tuesday to those in television land. Happy Tuesday to our silent supporters. Happy Tuesday to everyone in the chat. Remember, guys, when you come in, thumbs up the live, share us out if you can. And if you're new to the channel, please show us some support by subscribing. That will be greatly appreciated. And remember, guys, the membership is still open. Let me give a umbrella shout out to all of our moderators and to all of our channel members. Tonight's topic is Andrew's Black Friday with your host Mystic Sensation, which is Byron and Anne-Marie. We have Melting Pot, and we should be joined by Miss Daisy. Mr. Rattigan will not be joining us because he has a lot going on right now. So let me just give an umbrella welcome to everyone in the chat. The chat is way gone. So an umbrella welcome to each and everyone. Thank you so much for your continued support. We do not take anyone for granted. Really appreciate your continued support. Without any delay, I am going to hand over to Baron.
Well, thank you for that, wife. Really appreciate that. But, you know, Jamaica, my Jamaican people, let me just say again, an umbrella welcome, right, for all the persons who tuning in to the Mystic Sensation. You know, when you come on this platform, it's definitely an investigative platform. So we do pure investigation, deep dive investigation. And of course, again, tonight we are going to reveal, right, some serious concerns. Now, the thing is, right, is just that we have to get serious where our country is concerned. We are facing the economic abyss, and we have to get serious in terms of targeting corruption and put it where it's supposed to belong, right? And we have to ensure that we are going to continue to fight to ensure that, you know, these corruptors, right, face the judiciary. We are going to push back this evening on, you know, some issues, and particularly, right, persons who are out there to nitpick as it relates to the Integrity Commission investigators, and, you know, definitely try to, you know, demoralize them, right, in terms of their doing. But we are here to stand in solidarity with the Integrity Commission. Before we get into that, let us have Brother Melting Pot meet and greet his wonderful people as usual. Brother Melting Pot.
Greetings and blessing as usual to my beloved followers in the chat. Bless up and big up on yourself. Yeah. And to all of my fans in the UK, United States and Canada, yeah, down at the Caribbean, all the islands, right down at the South Pacific, you know, we have Australia and New Zealand fans down there as well. We have the entire European countries them following us, and we have people from in Africa. So I just want to give a big shout out to all the region worldwide that participate with Mystic Sensation live on a Tuesday night. Yeah. And then now we have to touch down at Jamaica now and big up the community heights them as usual. Enough love and blessing to you all, yeah. I don't know yourself, but big shout out to Union Garden, Delapre Park, Greenwich Farm, Maxfield, Whitfield Town, Payne Avenue, Majestic Garden, yeah. All of them places there, you know. I'll come right back around a Rome and them place there, you know. Frog City, big up on yourself, yeah. Over jungle, enough love and respect. I know to tune into the mixed sensation. And to the Rockford Heights, them, we're not leaving out same way. And the 2 Mile Massive, big up on yourself, on the large, yeah. I'm going to say enough love and respect to the host, Sir Lord Byron, as usual, you know, for really, I put the effort and the energy behind the production, yeah, for bring forth them big show you on a Tuesday night. And anytime I come out, you know, I just revelation. And to the blessed, beloved technical director, Lady Anne Marie, you know, she have the gold finger behind the scene, you know. Yeah, man. So, you see, tonight, we just want to sit tight, you know, because we know the topic already and we're going ahead. Yeah, all out 100%. So I hand back the floor to the host.
All right, blessings, Melting Pot. Now, you know, as you know, a lot of people will say, right, that of course, Mystic Sensation is Andrew Wellness' worst nightmare, and that's no doubt. Now, it is a joy to see the Ghanaian president, right, visit our shores and the wonderful sentiments that meet out to him. And it's a good journey, it's a good look for us to start to engage with our ancestors in a very positive way, particularly where trading is concerned. It is time that we need to realize that we need to strengthen, right, Mama Africa, from Jamaica to Africa and from Africa to Jamaica with love. And so then, without any delay, I will have Dr. Angela Brown-Burke, right, as it relates to her endorsement of President Mahama from Ghana. Let us tune into that. And it's a pleasure that we need to shift from crony capitalism and, of course, hug our brothers and sisters, right? Ghana, Nigeria, and all the province, you name it. You understand, with love from Jamaica.
The following is a release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
The People's National Party warmly welcomes the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and his diplomatic delegation to Jamaica. We extend our highest regards to President Mahama for his distinguished leadership in Ghana, across the African continent, and within the global African diaspora. We also commend him in his capacity as the African Union champion on reparation. President Mahama's visit comes at a particularly meaningful time as Jamaica commemorates emancipation and independence. It is an occasion to honor our shared history, strengthen the bonds between Africa and the Caribbean, and renew our collective commitment to the pursuit of reparatory justice. It also provides an important opportunity to reflect on Jamaica's own contribution to one of the most significant advances in the global reparation movement in recent history. On March 25th, 2026, the United Nations adopted a landmark resolution recognizing the transatlantic slave trade and racialized chattel slavery as among the gravest crimes against humanity. The resolution was introduced by Ghana on behalf of the African Group and was co-sponsored by 54 African member states, together with Barbados, Belize, Antigua and Barbuda, the Bahamas, Haiti, St. Kitts and Nevis, along with Belarus, Brazil, Colombia, and Venezuela. Although Jamaica voted in favor of the resolution, it did not publicly co-sponsor it. This is more than a procedural matter. It concerns Jamaica's standing and leadership in the global reparation movement. As the first Caribbean country to establish a national council on reparation, and as a nation that has consistently championed reparatory justice through CARICOM and other international forums, Jamaicans deserve a clear understanding of why our country.
All right. Just want to give you snippets of that endorsement, and I love it. And we like to get that out of the way because you know, as it relates to this platform, right? Investigation, deep dive into corruption. And Jamaica, let me say this to you. We have seen that the head of the beast, as it relates to crony capitalists, has now under some serious investigation, and we are being pressured, right, by the banking system. We always say that don't look for a Donald Trump to help us as it relates to Andrew Holness corruption. They are one of a kind, cut from the same cloth. But tonight we are going to prove that as it relates to the king of the crony capitalist under serious investigation, likewise Andrew Holness. And let me say this. We talk about November election. It doesn't look good for the beast. And we are identifying, not eating out against the United States of America, but eating out against Donald Trump administration that has no love for black people. I have heard Bruce Golding had spoken some things, but I leave that for Thursday clip from me and Melting Pot to ride the wave with that. And while I endorse several things that Bruce Golding had spoken about, we are going to open the can of worms Thursday. Come in, Melting Pot and I will be digging into that. But let us deal with, right, the head king corruptor. And then we take on the son. So we are going to deal with the father and then we take on the son. Because we are not looking for no help from Donald Trump administration, right, to fight against Andrew Holness' level of corruption. Look on the economy today. Look on the economy today. $28 billion. Tax. Budget shortfall. Where are we going? I told Jamaica that we cannot lose $3 trillion unaccounted for, and we can operate as a vibrant economy. The economy crippled before Melissa, crippled before Beryl, and everything that I'm speaking about, you're going to see that the truth is going to surface. Now, when we talk about money laundering and we see that with Andrew Holness, Jamaica, I want you to witness this evidence number one. Put up this evidence. That Jamaica need to do likewise as it relates to the banking system. Right? And as it relates to what happened to Donald Trump, Jamaica need to do likewise. I am going to show you the information as it relates to Capital One. Right? Now he's telling us that Donald Trump is under predicament for what? Anti-money laundering concerns in Trump organization case. Let me show it to the world. And so then when Mystic Sensation been speaking on these issues and said, Jamaica, be smart. Donald Trump administration will not pursue Andrew Holness with this level of criminality. When he himself, right, is doing even worse. Now here it is, Jamaica. How much this is? You think they can see it? What's the put it up because I want them to see carry to. I want it to expand. Yes, let us expand this. Now look at this, Jamaica. Look at this. Capital One cites anti-money laundering concerns in Trump organization case. Look and witness, bear witness, Jamaica. Let us read. Capital One Financial has hit back against a U.S. lawsuit over its decision to close more than 300 of Trump organization's bank accounts in 2021, stating that it did so after a review by its anti-money laundering team. The disclosure filed on Friday marks the first time a bank has formally tied money laundering concerns to United States President Donald Trump. It's the first time Jamaica is also going to tie money laundering situation to a prime minister, which is Andrew Holness, as it relates to money laundering from NCB, money laundering from the Bank of Nova Scotia. Now, the family business, according to Reuters, Capital One is seeking to dismiss the case by casting doubt and claims of illegal debanking or denial of services on religious or political grounds against the Trump organization. The Trump organization and Capital One did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Capital One has never accused the Trump organization of illegal money laundering, but Friday's filing argues that documents and plaintiffs' own allegations make clear that Capital One closed plaintiffs' accounts for anti-money laundering reasons. The closures were the result of months of analysis and a careful review by Capital One's AML team in accordance with bank policies and regulatory guidance. Now, Capital One gave notice in March 21 of its plans to close more than 300 Trump-affiliated bank accounts. More than 300. So then old Trump would have turned up his nose on Andrew Holness' 28 accounts. Think of what I'm showing you here, people. Capital One gave notice in March 2021 of its plans to close more than 300 Trump-affiliated bank accounts. Mighty God of Daniel. And so you see, this is the reason why Andrew Holness emboldened, right? Believe that, okay, his bucketive is here. Trump is his protector. Right? Trump is his protector. But they are going to be exposed. And consequences are going to be followed. Take this away on it. Now, I don't know if Melting Pot want to say something on it, you know, before I move on, because you know that this team I am coming with. Right? So
well, just run across it now. As usual, because, you know, we are looking at the same similar scenario with Andrew Holness as it relates to Donald Trump. Yeah. With what you call vast amount of bank account. Well, in the case of Trump at 311, them closed. Yeah. And I have to use the anti-money laundering people them to carefully deal with film thing. So, in a Trump case, him have anti-money laundering people them a deal with film thing. In a Jamaica, we have the Integrity Commission a deal with Andrew thing. So at just 6 or 1/2 dozen of the other with these two, what you call now evil and vicious leader, yeah, of their respective country. And so we have to just make sure no so well then we dial in upon these information and put it out there to the Jamaican people. Because we want them take note and compare, you know, as to what these two men are do. These two men are just enriching themselves and their associate. That's why they have so much, bank account, and that's why them run foul of the law as it relates to money being, used in a way where it shows itself to be anti-corruption way of using money. Money laundering is always an anti-corruption way. Donald Trump, Andrew Holness, the same. So I yield back the floor to you, Sir Lord Byron.
All right, well said, Brother Melton Pot, short and spicy. All right, now, Jamaica, let me say this. And why the reason why I show that, clip with Donald Trump? To say to Jamaica, be aware, right? Be sensitized. Don't look for any investigation to pursue under a Donald Trump administration where Andrew Holness is concerned. He's emboldened. And that is one of the reasons why he will never go against Donald Trump, because he needs a protection. Think of what I'm saying. He needs a protection. And of course, right, Donald Trump is going to protect him. Right? And other things that Donald Trump wants, right, from Jamaica. Right? Now, that is why it is important for us to link with our motherland and start to trade with Africa and come from under the suppressive crony capitalism. Right? We have to fight for that. But for those, right, who want to tear down the Integrity Commission investigators, by whatever means, right, we have to ensure that we are defending our Integrity Commission investigators. We have to ensure that we do not demoralize them, because the limited resources that they have and the large achievement being done, much to be applauded, than the little to criticize. So here tonight, we are defending all the work being done by the Integrity Commission. I want to play something as it relates to Andrew Holness, the hypocrite. The hypocrite. And listen to him on this clip. Swearing ceremony. Look what Andrew Holness said at his swearing ceremony. Let us go back and remind Andrew Holness what you have said at your swearing ceremony. Now, here it is that this man, Andrew Holness, being the hypocrite he is, and I'm telling Jamaica that there's nothing that this man speaks out of his mouth you should take for gospel. This man is a scammer, a con artist, a deceiver. Listen to Andrew Holness speaking in relation to the Integrity Commission.
Every member of the government must be an active agent for the stronger recovery of our economy and society. Every member of the government must understand that this mandate is not about them. It is about the people. No princes or princesses were elected. You have no divine right or entitlement. We are all servants of the public. On the whole, we have built out a fairly good anti-corruption structure through the Integrity Commission and MOCA. They are constrained by the need to complete their legislative framework and expand their investigative and prosecutorial resources. We will ensure that this is completed early in this term. The challenge, however, it's not just one of resources and regulation. It is also one of will
and culture. The will to challenge culture. It has been clearly demonstrated that my government has acted within the law when matters arise that are of concern to the public interest. No one has been shown any special favors, given any protection, or influence brought to bear on any anti-corruption agency or investigation. This is a step in the right direction. However, in addition to investigation and prosecution, we must also seek to prevent the occurrence of acts which weaken public trust and damage the integrity of the government. To this end, I have indicated to the Executive Director of the Integrity Commission that each elected representative and each appointed minister will participate in the sensitization and public education programs to be established by the Integrity Commission. This to increase their awareness and understanding of the anti-corruption legislative framework, not just to sensitize them alone, but to ensure that they are seized of their duties under the law and understand that this will be an accountable government. Once we have built confidence of the public that their resources will not be diverted, that the authority vested in us is not being used to create unfair advantage for others, and there is a sense that the elected officials and public servants act with a high level of integrity. Once that is the case, this will unleash a spirit of public support for the government and the state that will make any development plan a success. While this
All right. Jamaica, Maureen Vassar said, mighty God, what a man. Effing lie. Now, Jamaica, the Prime Minister spoke about constraint of the IC. And it is the Prime Minister who is suppressing the IC. It is the Prime Minister who ensure that the IC is skeleton staff. The Prime Minister said, no one, Jamaica, listen to me, no one should show any special favors, be given any special favors. But investigation must done in a fair and balanced way, because his government is accountable, and his government is going to hold people accountable. And I ask myself the question, where is Andrew Wheatley today? Where is Xavier Main today? Where is Dalrymple today? And where is Andrew Holness today? But let me say this, and what I'm going to say, that, of course, we are going to ensure that the Integrity Commission investigators be supported and be morally strengthened. And let me tell you something what is going to happen in Jamaica, because Mystic Sensation, Melting Pot, we see it coming, that you are going to have many of them, many of the MP, many of Andrew Holness cabinet members lined up for judicial review. It is not going to be only Andrew Holness, right? But you know the blessings with all of this now, and the beauty is that when they believe that they can dwindle the budget of the Integrity Commission investigators, What the court is doing now, the court is ensuring that they pay back the lawyer fee. And so then that now is on them. Before I go further, because tonight is going to be crazy, you know, let me just have Sister Daisy, right, meet and greet, because when we're ready to mash up the place, we're going to mash up the place. Sister Maria, right, please meet and greet Sister Maria.
Greetings, my brother. Greetings in the name of Jesus. I said I should have bought a Honda, but I bought a Kia. Oh God. Greetings, Anne-Marie. I love your hairstyle. Nice. Melting pot. What on, my brother? Give me the hat then. I like hats, you know. Will it to me, yeah? Remember me. I'm your long lost sister.
All right, whenever you're ready.
Yeah. And to everybody in the chat, a blessed Tuesday evening. I hope everybody is having a great day. Had a great day, and I pray everybody has a restful night. And the story continues. This is the days of our lives.
All right. Thank you, Sister Maria. All right. Thank you. So let me warn them. And let me sensitize Jamaica that you're going to have many of them, right? Because they have the corruption money, you know. So they are going to exercise their due diligence. They want judicial review. All of them, they are going to need judicial review, right? Even Darrell Vars soon, right, be needing judicial review. So let me warn him. Now, but this is how it works. Of course, due diligence, we are going to allow that, right? But, I mean, the Integrity Commission investigators to show you how skillful they are, dotting all the I's, crossing all the T's. When they do their judicial review on the court, zoom in, right? The Integrity Commission, right, stay on moral ground. And at no time, they will be able to win the Integrity Commission. So all of them. Now look at this. So the Integrity Commission, right, and the Integrity Commission is talking to Jamaican people as it relates to the strategy that they are using, trying to, you know, tie them up in court because they don't want to, right, for them to investigate and, you know, but guess what? Here it is. The Integrity Commission wants court challenges slowing its work, right? Because they want to, you know, slow down the Integrity Commission. But let me tell you something, Jamaica. Be prepared, because I'm telling you, right, the judgment is coming down, right? Kingston, Jamaica Executive Director of the Integrity Commission, IC Craig Berris, says the commission has experienced an increased high-profile public law litigation regarding its investigative outputs. But guess what? This trend was characterized by the increasing use of interim injunction by external parties to serve to delay or halt active investigations and defer the publication of statutory outputs, said Beresford in the IC's 2025-2026 annual report. Take it away on it. So we are telling them that, look, nothing can stop us now. And so, of course, yes, they seek it, right? And here it is where the Prime Minister granted, right, to challenge the IC. And likewise, Xavier Main, likewise, Andrew Wheatley. So, but guess what? Right? Here it is. Let me just give you a quick rundown here. Where, and we know this already, but we're just going into the chronological sequence, right? Listen up.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness has been given the green light by the Supreme Court to seek a judicial review of a report issued by the Integrity Commission. The report, which scrutinized his statutory declarations, has been at the center of much controversy. The court granted the Prime Minister leave on several grounds, paving the way for a legal challenge against the report's findings and the investigative processes led by the Commission's Director of Investigations, Kevin Stevenson. Holness's legal team deemed the findings unlawful and unfair. The Supreme Court's decision marks a significant step in Holness's efforts to clear his name and contest the Commission's conclusions. Representing the Integrity Commission in the matter is King's Counsel Michael Hilton.
All right, take this away. We don't want to go further in that. Now, Jamaica,
The Kingston,
and you know how that case end up. Let us again remind them who are ready to line up for judicial review how the case is going to end up, right? Just like how it ended up with Andrew Holness, right? And so here it is, right? Jamaica Holness appeal dismissed. We are going to get into that. Dismissed. Because I said the Integrity Commission investigators are on firm grounds, right? Dotting all their I's, crossing all their T's, and ensuring, right, that everything is solid. Jamaica Holness appeal dismissed as court lifts case right stay. So why am I going back? Because people might say, Byron, we know that already. So I am going back to say, don't worry yourself, Xavier Main. The outcome that Andrew Holness get is the very same outcome that you are going to get, or you are going to be charged. And I said, don't worry yourself, Andrew Wheatley, because the outcome that Andrew Holness had gotten, it is the same outcome is coming at your doorstep. And let me say this, for all the rest of people them who line up, because we used to have 15 of them, you know. And by the time this month is done, you understand, might be 5 more added onto it. So let me tell about the 15 to 20 who are going to line up, right, for judicial review. Yes, go on and do your judicial review. But guess what? Same treatment, different patient, and that we use. That we use, Pauno. Same treatment, different, same treatment, right? Different patient, and we are said when we finish with the case, we give you back with lawyer money because we now go reduce the budget. When we finish with we give it back, give back the Integrity Commission them lawyer money. You understand? So we can't reduce. You understand the Integrity Commission budget because that you know what to do, you know. So now the court now they deal with the way how you are to be dealt with. Jamaica Holness appeal dismissed as court lift case, right? Here it is. Ruling date, the court appeal dismissed the appeal on July 31st, 2026, considered on paper by a panel of Justice Frank Williams, Marcia Dunbar Green, and Frank Brown, with Justice Paulette Williams delivering the decision. And I am happy for these judges lifting up the banner of justice. Legal grounds. Look at the legal grounds. The appellate court found the Supreme Court judge made no error of fact, law, or principle in refusing to strike out portions of an Integrity Commission affidavit. Just imagine. Everything that Beresford, right, put into that affidavit is 100% true. You were questioned, and as according to the answers that you have given, right, been written down, and I'm happy that you signature that report, and not only that, information that you refuse to give, they went to the source and questioned the source and have solid information and facts. 100% facts, my people. Case status. The stay of proceeding was lifted, allowing the judicial review to proceed in the Supreme Court. Jamaica, you know what this means? I want to speak to Jamaica as it relates to, hey, let me tell you something, Jamaica. I've heard some people trying to play this down that this is not significant. Let me talk to you, Jamaica. Lend me your ears. This is Andrew Holness verse Nightmare. And I'm going to explain it why this is Andrew Holness verse Nightmare. If Andrew Holness did win, it simply means that the Integrity Commission investigators could not proceed any further in terms of the probity of their investigation. Do you know what this means, Jamaica? This is very huge, big. It simply means that the Integrity Commission investigators and FID, now we now watch the FID boss, as remember, some investigators over by FID who dealing with Andrew Holness case told Geico Lizard to recuse himself. So if you don't understand what is happening, let Mystic Sensation tell you. The investigators over by FID, right, who particularly dealing with Andrew Holness case, told Geico Lizard to recuse himself. To recuse himself. This means the Integrity Commission, FID, and the Tax Administration of Jamaica have now the full authority to go full with their probity. What does this mean? It simply means that they are now going to look into Andrew Holness as far as 1998. Several times Melting Pot, right, say on the program that Andrew Holness statutory declaration just cannot be certified then, even although we know that the Integrity Commission investigators, the Integrity Commission body, right, came in being 2018. But just for argument's sake, what Melting Pot was talking about, that what's effect is 2021 statutory declaration, and to the fact that the Prime Minister has been lying, it simply means that previous statutory declaration that were certified cannot be certified. Null and void. So the Prime Minister is in trouble. So then for any lawyer who want to pretty this up, to say that this is not significant to the case and so forth and so, it is one of the biggest blow to Andrew Holness. This simply means now they are going to get back now to the source also where ADMAT is concerned. And go tell us something, Jamaica. It is not going to be pretty for Andrew Holness where ADMAT is concerned. Because ADMAT, during 2008, when Andrew Holness took out ADMAT and all the corruption money that Gavin swindled off for him between the period 2007 to 2009, and some of that money go into ADMAT, right, to buy up over $57 million worth of property. You want to say a lie, I tell? We have the evidence, you know. We have the evidence, you know. What was your salary, Andrew Holness? What was your salary? Your salary was just barely $5.2 million. Then, oh, you are buying up properties. You understand? For over $57 million. Judgment on earth. People, this is the perfect storm. Core dispute. The case concerned the Integrity Commission 2024 investigation report into Prime Minister Holness' financial affairs. This is serious. So don't listen to people who try to box it off, right? And try to create a political narrative, right? To say, Chuck, this is nothing. This is one of the worst case scenario for Andrew Holness. Simple means, as I said, it allows now the Integrity Commission, the TAJ, and FID now to continue and extend their probity in Andrew Holness' financial affairs. So, who is it talking about? This is nothing. Here is it. Here is it. The core dispute, the case concerning Integrity Commission 2024 investigation report into Prime Minister Holness' Financial Affairs, right? The case status, the stay of proceeding was lifted. So to really understand it. The case concerning the Integrity Commission 2024 investigation report into the Prime Minister owner's financial affairs. You know what happened? Remember that there was a pause. They couldn't go further with the investigation. They have to anticipate the ruling of this court, what the court is going to say to them. When the court is saying, lift clutch and lift gas, lift clutch, step on gas, and move. This is what the court is saying. The stay of proceeding was lifted. Oh, some people are going like, and them alone blessed with intelligence and IQ. Eh? You don't understand what this has said? Eh? You can't just fan this off. The stay of proceedings was lifted. What that mean? It simply means now they have full clearance to go full force ahead with their probity into Andrew Owen's financial affairs. Take that document away and let me have Sister Maria speak on what I just said as it relates to what is her assessment as it relates to what the court done in terms of lifting the barrier and said, proceed. What say you, Sister Maria?
Yeah, but remember that previous persons took the IC to court and for judicial review, and they lost. You know, so this is not the first rodeo for the IC being challenged, and they've been challenged by PNP members of parliament, but they lost, and they had to first they went to court, and the IC had, you know, was proven right to begin with, but before you even, let's go, it's a, backstory to this. As I said, like I said, let's put things into context.
Yeah.
The Prime Minister, as well as the Minister of Information and Minister of Education, not Minister of, yes, I think she's Minister of Information and Education, and as well as the Dana Morris Dixon said that they're going after persons targeting bloggers, targeting them for spreading misinformation and disinformation. But the question that I would like to ask them, point out the misinformation and the disinformation so that we can correct those. Because like the goodly gentleman, Sir Seymour Panton said, what the IC presents are statements of facts. All we are doing is we are taking those reports and we are presenting them in a simple way so that the average Jamaican can understand how their pockets are being picked by the Andrew Owenstead administration. It's as simple as that. If this was about the opposition leader, we would have to be peeling Andrew Owenstead's ass off the roof, the way he would be carrying on, and to make sure that the opposition leader stays out of office and that the work of the Integrity Commission continue. Because I remember the Prime Minister saying that the opposition needs to leave the Integrity Commission alone. The Integrity Commission must be left alone. They must not be interfered with. They must be left to do their jobs. Why does it change when this applies to him? The Prime Minister has on many occasions said, when he was in opposition, people must hold government to account. And he was doing that, and he did so effectively. Why should he not be held to account now that he is Prime Minister? Why should the rules change for him? Who is he? Who does he think he is? Who died and made him Jesus and made him be above reproach? So now when we come to what the work of the Integrity Commission, had it not been for the Integrity Commission, we would not know the level of skullduggery and corruption that is taking place in Jamaica. And this is not to say that previous administrations did not have corruption taking place. Not at all. It happened. However, this is the worst and most egregious cases of corruption that we have seen. Blatant, in your face, box you down, don't care. And when you say anything, all you can hear are the few words from the minister whose vocabulary is very limited. You bad mind. How can you bad mind a minister of government who you put into power and taxpayers' money is paying for them to be there? How can you bad mind that person? How can you bad mind a minister when the hospitals are broken, there are no beds for patients to sleep on, there's no medication, surgeries cannot be done, right? How can you bad mind a minister when you see there's no water in the pipes? How can you bad mind a minister when school buses are catch a fire and you're taking $1.4 billion to buy free bus or dollar bus? I mean, make it make, and you cannot present the receipts for those buses, and you cannot present all the buses. How can you badmine those persons? So when you look at all of that, it is not that corruption never happened before, but Andrew Holness's administration, when you put all the administrations prior to him becoming prime minister in 2016, Andrew Holness's administration is the most corrupt by far. If you combine it from before independence, the Manleys, Bustamante, Norman Sangster, Hugh Shearer, all of them, Michael, Edward Seaga, PJ Patterson, Bruce Golding, Portia Simpson, combine all of those administrations. The corruption that took place in those administrations combined pale in comparison to the corruption that is taking place in this administration. And he cannot say it is a lie, because every minister who don't have apartment buildings own gas station, who don't own gas station have green truck, blue truck, all kind of truck, all water truck. All right? So it's like, so these are business people moonlighting as politicians, because a lot of them are career politicians. Andrew Holness is a career politician. Yeah. You know, so with IC, we have to be grateful for the work of the IC. And the thing is, what happened in what Andrew Holness was asking the IC to withhold for the court to strike out was information that Andrew Holness provided to the Integrity Commission.
Exactly.
He provided it. So what you mean they have to use it? So he provided information, and I was saying, and the most egregious part as well too is him wanting the clause on illicit enrichment to be struck out. How corrupt do you have to be? Exactly. I mean, even the blind could see that that is a height of corruption that is just inexplicable. And so he cannot come out into these YouTube shaggy streets and talk about misinformation and disinformation and him not afraid of nobody. Well, if you're not afraid of nobody, make me see your information, Papa. That's all we're saying. Prove to everybody. Because if he could have proven it, he would have done so already. All right? And on top of this goes back to when it was the contractor general. So this is not today or yesterday. He has been deceitful in his statutaries. It's only now that everything is just the bucket bottom drop out. And that is where we are.
All right. So Brother Melton Pot, right, we have seen that the IC scored, right, a wonderful victory, a huge victory. But for some people, for some of the naysayers are saying, Chuck, this is nothing significant that the IC had achieved. And it is just, might be just one segment of, many other things to come. But in terms of the court, right, lifted, right, that stop order right, as it relates to the Integrity Commission and the TAJ and FID, right, to halt their investigation. But now that has been lifted to extend the probity into Andrew Holness. What say you as it relates to those naysayers who are saying that this is not significant?
First, I must say, you know, how much I really enjoy the presentation by. I'm hearing you. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Yes,
we're
yes.
hearing you. You're hearing me.
You hearing me on the other side?
Yes, man.
Yes.
We're hearing the melting pot. Are you
Yes.
hearing us?
I just want to say, you know,
Yes.
pleasure. Yes, I'm hearing you. How much I really enjoy Sister Daisy, you know, presentation in regards to the whole affair with Andrew and the IC. And I must also thank you, Sir Lord Byron, for reminding the people at Melting Pot. I tell them, say, from 1998, Andrew not certified.
True.
Because once you enter into public administration, you know, where you become a public figure and you're required to, you know, present your statutory declaration to the Integrity Commission, it has to be, you know, in keeping with principle and the truth about your own declaration from day one. Andrew did not declare 47 million. So I know from 1998, you cannot be certified. Now, the problem that we have with all of these, you know, public figure who has been caught in the act of, you know, uncertification from the IC is that they are seeking judicial review. So I'm really happy now that the stay of proceeding was lifted. And so the IC now can go full steam ahead with what them are dealing with, and the court can go full steam ahead. Everybody can get their medicine with them due. You understand? Because a long time, this thing have to really lift enough. Fly the gate and let in the pirate them, make we charge them. We could hold on for the pirate them. Yeah, so the gate flyer now. And we have to grab the pirate them, you know. Yeah. Because remember, you know, taxpayers' money these guys really, you know, go after, you know. And by destroying all the ministry them, yeah, by fleecing the ministry them of them, you know, financial resource. It tells us that these are big time criminals. Yeah.
Yes.
So we want the big time criminal them to go through the same procedure like the youth them from down in the ghetto. Them to get handcuffed and drape up to and throw in the same institution. We don't want no special catering for these criminals we have in Jamaica. Because Andrew knows say he never come to be a prime minister and he come to be a pirate. You understand? And that him carry out. Yeah, he worse than Henry Morgan. Yeah, because what Andrew do, you know, is find himself amongst the elite criminals, them like the Croskery and those guys. Yeah? And carry out him activity with a certain lieutenant like Pumvaz and them guy there, Agintai. Yeah, and Tough Tongue. All of them work assiduously with Andrew, you know, to compete against the first world minister them. Yeah, in terms of wealth. Them all compete against all artists too. You have enough artists now the wealth to Andrew have. Andrew now get a big contract. As you rightfully point out, when Andrew da buy the house them and the back of all these Ponzi scheme with them in the road. Yeah. His salary was under 6 million. But he must spend 50 million per houses. And we have said then look, this don't look good. If you're a young guy like this now come up and all of a sudden him have this type of money as splash. Something I go on. So the reveal, where I see reveal about Andrew Holness, and where Andrew submit. So the naysayers them no fear go on like so well then people are tell like Andrew, you know, and all who involved. Yeah, like Xavier Main and all them guys, Andrew Wheatley. Yeah. The Integrity Commission is just merely using what they gave them and doing their analytical, you know, deep diving and find. So well then, no, well look here. Them money have too much in a asset. Yeah. Them earning couldn't get that. With them having an asset, mighty God, Can you imagine them come and them just come and just own Jamaica just so, basically? With whole heap of apartment, them scatter all over the place. Whole heap of truck. Yeah. Whole heap of this, whole heap of that. Remember Andrew have a media house down there, you know? A positive media man. I mean everything. So we are look upon this guy as a guy who never come in a politics to serve the people, and come to serve himself and conduct them business along the line of being public servant. Yeah. Cause the man them have the thing locked down, you know. The man them have served themselves through the whole canteen where them operate. I feed themselves more than how them sell the customer, which is the public. So them to face the judgment, and the judgment will be harsh penalty, long-term prison sentence at under age enough to come back out. And then you confiscate the loot with them loot. Yeah, I will get rid of this thing and clean up the place and get the country running in the right way it's supposed to run. But everybody now becomes scared of touching one of the cookie out of the jar. And them think they will wine at Jamaica, you know.
Exactly.
The penalty is so harsh that it becomes a deterrent factor immediately. You don't want 50 years. And you know why? You think that you Hamas taken away. So I just want the country for head now, and cause Jamaica have to clean up feet rise back again, because the economy dead. And I yield back the floor to you, Sir Lord Byron.
All right, blessings. Let me just connect to a caller who called previously, because he want to make a statement as well, right? So is that the caller? Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead.
Yes, Mystic. I'll let you know that just as long as my name not gonna call on the ear now, but I'm gonna let you know I will be in Jamaica, so I'm gonna canvas a lot of little things. So I will get in touch with you off the ear and sometime on the ear. So I will let you know what is going on.
All right, sound good, my brother. Sound good. Sounds good.
Yeah,
Love
man.
that.
Yeah, man. So we gotta link up. So you know so you can listen out for your call from me.
All right.
I'll be down there, so I'm gonna do a little canvassing around and so on, and I will know how things work.
Yes, man. I love that.
Let you know what's going on.
Love that.
I'm going down for a funeral still, but I have 2 weeks down there, so
All
I
right.
will.
Don't give too much. Don't give out too much. Don't give out too much. Don't give out too much. Call me after the year.
All right.
Call me after the year. Yes.
All right. Take care then. So
blessings.
So I'm in class listening, you know, but I'm the vice of the People's National Party, and I will never change.
All right, my brother. Blessings.
All right, my
Stay
brother.
strong.
So we keep in touch. I have your number, everything. We keep in touch.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, but Baron, before you move on, yes, Baron.
Yes.
To the people who say, because a lot of us say Andrew Holness should resign. You know, people are calling for Andrew Wheatley to resign, but Andrew Wheatley can't resign before Andrew Holness resigns. Andrew Holness has to go first. But to those who say that the people elected him to be prime minister, no, the people did not elect Andrew to be a prime minister. Okay, it was he was chosen among his colleagues, JLP. So those persons chose him as prime minister. And since they say that they are practicing the Westminster style of government, my question to those persons who say Andrew cannot resign and shouldn't resign is, how many prime ministers has England been through since Andrew has been prime minister? Andrew has been prime minister for 10 years. So my question is, how many prime ministers has England been through in 10 years? About 7. So Andrew can go.
You're correct.
Andrew can go.
Exactly. All right. So let us show them. You understand that, of course, we want to line them up. We want to line them up in the line of judicial review, right? So we know that Andrew Holness, right, as it relates to his judicial review, we understand how that work thus far. And let us bring up now Mr. Wheatley. We know that Xavier Main, right, had lined up himself for judicial review. Darrell Vars, in the meantime, you can line up to Papa. You understand? And many more need to line up. So here it is, Wheatley. And we are going to show that Wheatley is going to again lose his case against the Integrity Commission. Right? Wheatley, we are going to show the evidence, strong evidence that Wheatley, here it is, because yes, Andrew Holness now set the trend that all they need to do, right, is to, jump up the process as it relates to judicial review. But by the way, because Rural Reid is beyond judicial review now, all of his due diligence already exhausted. We want to know, right, what is happening with the Rural Reid case. The last thing that I know was that Rural Reid case was supposed to be tried. So, I mean, come on, mainstream media, give me something on that now. You understand? We need to get, right, some information where that, because you can't just, this man's supposed to be put before the court, a trial is supposed to proceed. The judge said to him that you're finished with your due diligence, right? You have lost all your case. You have lost all your appeal. So you have to stand trial. We need to understand what is happening with that particular case, because Rural Reid is the first person who will want to send to prison and make them knees start to wobble, So when you come now talk to me, we need to give us some update, mainstream media. You understand? Mainstream media, please.
There's no such thing, so stop it, Baron. There's no such thing as mainstream media in.
Well, like you're right, Sister Maria.
So you're asking the wrong people.
As a matter of fact, let me talk to Zara Burton. Zara.
Yes.
Zara Burton, I am asking you, Mystic Sensation is asking you, because you are on the ground. Can you do some digging and let us know what is the status of the Rural Reid case? Because we know that the last court, right, held where Rural Reid is concerned, the judge told Rural Reid that he must come and face trial, and if he found guilty, right, he can appeal it. Right? So we can't have, what is going on? What is going on in Jamaica? What is going on? What is going on? Rural Reid can't just out the road, just walk up and down and just decide, say, oh, we're not going on court, and the system just turn up, so. What is going on? Mainstream media, hold on, let me back up here. Dean Jackson Miller, let me ask you a question. Since you're talking about so-called justice, Dean Jackson, do you want to do some probity for us and tell us what is the status of Rural Reid's case? Because Dean Jackson, as you know, Rural Reid has exhausted, right, all due diligence, and where the judge told Rural Reid, right, and I ask that this is public record. The judge told Rural Reid to face trial. So Dean Jackson, right, what do you think about this? Because remember, he had gotten all his due diligence, and what we are seeing now, we are seeing that justice delayed is justice denied. Justice delayed, justice denied. So Dean Jackson, see if you can talk to us on that. So let me talk to now Mr. Wheatley. Come here, Mr. Wheatley, come in front of the class. Right? Let us just play this.
The South Central St. Catherine MP had sought leave to pursue judicial review against the Commission's recommendation that he be charged with illicit enrichment. On Friday, Supreme Court Judge Justice David Batts ruled in Dr. Wheatley's favor. Justice Batts granted the injunction and Dr. Wheatley's application for leave.
Sister Maria and Melting Pot, you know why I am playing this? Because I remember when the Integrity Commission investigators backed down and take back the charges. Took back the charges and said, okay, all right. Since you seek judicial review, let us take back the charges, go and do your judicial review, and after a judicial review, we are going to charge you. Then you hear critiques, you understand, it's saying that it was wrong for the Integrity Commission investigators, right, to withdraw, right, the charges. But This is how brilliant the Integrity Commission investigators have been. Look at the brilliancy. Look at the brilliant performance with the Integrity Commission. The Integrity Commission anticipate him correctly and know that he was going to go for judicial review. And of course, right, the court was going to grant him that. Then why waste the time? Why waste the time? So the Integrity Commission investigators skillfully, and remember people, I always said that you have two judges who are advising the Integrity Commission investigators. You have two formidable judges and the oversight committee, right? Who provide, not oversight committee, who provide oversight for the Integrity Commission investigators and would have told them to do the right thing. So then, I mean, you are going to tell me that others are so brilliant that they believe that the Integrity Commission investigators shouldn't drop the charge. Well, if they didn't drop the charge, this was going to happen. They were going to, the court, you understand, was going to definitely put a halt like what they did with Andrew Holness until, you understand, the judge ruled on it. So the Integrity Commission investigators again make a right decision. Big up Integrity Commission investigators.
To pursue judicial review. He also recommended that the review be heard by a panel of 3 judges given its importance. Prior to granting the injunction, Justice Batts had invited the commission to consider an undertaking not to charge Dr. Wheatley until the hearing and a determination of the judicial review. But the commission, through its lawyers, refused.
So there it is. There it is in plain language. Plain language. Right? It is not that they dropped the charges. Right? They delayed the charges. They not drop the charges. They delayed the charges until after, right, when Wheatley lose this case, you understand, the Integrity Commission investigator say, whap you, see the charge in there, go in there, go face it. You understand? Brilliant again that the Integrity Commission investigators had executed another level of brilliance. Remember, you know, 22 cases being put in a court there, you know, and 21 conviction. You want to test with? You want to test with? There is no other entity in the Caribbean and even in the United States had better performance than the IC. What want to talk about? I want to talk about, man. What want to talk about?
And the judge granted the injunction. The commission's application for leave to appeal the ruling was reportedly denied. The IC has alleged that Dr. Wheatley's assets are disproportionate to his income to the tune of $164 million.
All right, because stop that now. I'm going to some bangarang and now people.
But before you move on to that, Mr. Byron, do you realize that
yes,
these legislators, these are people who are crafting laws to hold Jamaicans accountable? Do you realize that?
Yes.
And they are so compromised. Tell me now, what right do these people really have to even hold a man who took party off the property of the Governor General, which is the property of the Jamaican people? What right have they to hold him accountable?
Exactly.
Because when understand it from this perspective, when the ordinary Jamaican sit down and look at all this corruption happening and nobody is being held accountable, you see Cornwall Regional Hospital just bleeding money, and there are no investigations, nobody being held accountable. And you hear that $850 billion unaccounted for, this unaccounted for, it's just happening like that. And then these are the same people, you know, who are going to say, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill, when they are raping and pillaging the land. You can't take these people seriously. They're in no position to hold anybody accountable. Byron and Melting Pot. They're too. The corruption is so right that you have to say, "Mighty God, how can they hold anybody accountable?" And then you have a DPP who is just there in name only.
She's absent.
Totally absent.
Well, you see, we really have one in Jamaica, you know, it's a system of holiness created, you know, a corrupted pool. You understand? And all of them are suing it. So you find out so the protection is there to protect all the corruption. The people who we are relying on to do the conviction, they are part of the corruption scheme.
Exactly.
Well, this is just laughing, you know. It's going to take something bigger than even the DPP, yeah? And we know that is coming, that is on the horizon, yeah? Because remember, you know, him have the case with Paul Buchanan, yeah? And that's how we are weakening Andrew Wallace, you know. Because there's nobody to stop him now, you know, until him call the election. But we hope that we might alter that in procedure.
Melting pot.
Before
He
that.
can be stopped. He can be stopped, melting pot. He can be stopped, melting pot. You know why it can be stopped? It's the people who makes the decision. And the people with the power are greater than the people in power until and unless Jamaicans understand their power. Because his colleagues can move a no confidence vote him and can say to him, you know what? Step aside because you're under investigation. How many years your thing has not been certified? We have a problem. You're away from the party because he really didn't win his election. He did not win his election. And you know what? You know the proof of that? Look how he's treating the Jamaican people. He didn't win his election, so he doesn't give a shit.
A retribution, I'm carry out then. But what I'm saying,
retribution campaign.
Yes. Yeah, what I'm saying, I just finish up now. Oh, I see this thing, the situation in Jamaica. Yeah, Andrew have protection from everybody. Yeah, and what Andrew do, the whole entire Jamaica afraid of Andrew, police and soldier them, you know. So them now go really take to the street in fear of them life. Cause Andrew set it like that. Yeah. So what it will take now is either the general election or the Privy Council. And the Privy Council come before the general. So and that's why I think that.
Hold on. Apart from that, apart from the people them staying home, there's an active investigation now as it relates to where Andrew Wallace reached with this situation with the Integrity Commission. Now get the go ahead from the court to extend probity. You understand? Charges now can be recommended. You understand? So you have to bear in mind as that as well. It's an open field.
It's an opening that as well, yeah.
Just as it relates to what Xavier Main is going to do, right? Seek judicial review, right? That is going to they give him the judicial review. He's going to lose the judicial review, and then charge is going to forthcoming. It's the same thing is going to happen to Andrew Wallace when that happen. Who can take it off? When that happened, when the corruption, remember, you know, melting pot. What did not happen, you know? Remember, let us look up on the history. What did not happen? The corruption prosecutor did not charge Andrew Wallace, you know, did not recommend any charges for Andrew Wallace, you know.
True.
This is different with Wheatley.
The corruption recommend charge him.
Recommend charges for him. And okay, where they are going is also, you understand, just another mile to recommend charges for Andrew Wallace.
True.
So it is just right around the corner, right? So yeah, so we have to be mindful of that. No,
yeah, we have to be mindful of that as well. But then again, you know, let's hope that let's hope them don't do another Royal Reid thing, you know, because Royal Reid forget charge long time. Royal Reid forgot court long time. The judge said they recommend courthouse for him.
All right, everything now melting pot, right? And Sister Daisy, if charges recommend for the Prime Minister and blah blah blah, then the Prime Minister, you understand, as it relates to criminal charge recommend for the Prime Minister, him can't go on the ballot box at automatic. Him can't. You understand? Xavier Andrew Wheatley can't go on the ballot box. Can't. I illicit enrichment is enough. And for once illicit enrichment charge mounted, right? They cannot go on the ballot box. So either, you understand, the big stone is rolling down.
Well, we see it coming down, and let's hope it crush them.
Exactly. All right. So we have to be mindful of that. You understand? Andrew Wallace in our predicament. Andrew Wallace in our bind. You understand? Xavier Main in our bind. And not only Xavier Main, Andrew Wheatley in a bind. But look, let me show you Jamaica why Andrew Wheatley, you understand, and the Integrity Commission investigate. I mean, if Andrew Honest cannot, if Andrew Honest cannot manage the Integrity Commission investigators, then Andrew Wheatley is going to manage them.
No, certainly not.
Andrew Honest, the Prime Minister, failed where the IC is concerned. Then Andrew Wheatley is going to manage them. Xavier Main is going to manage them. Come show the public why them can challenge them the IC and win this. Let us get into the IC report and what we are. Well, let us get into the IC report and what is going to happen, right? What is going to happen? We are going to show you the strong evidence because everything in the IC report, you know, remember, say the IC had spoke, see, people. Look here, let me just pick it up for sure. So Wheatley, yes, you get your judicial review, fine. But the same treatment, different patient. What happened to Andrew Honest is the same thing is going to happen to you. And when that happens, you understand? Yes, you understand the Integrity Commission, fling the big gun. Now, see, request for information in respect of your statutory declaration filed by Dr. Andrew Wheatley for the period 2011 to 2019. Remember, Wheatley, Andrew Wheatley, let me talk to you. I know the Integrity Commission, right, that, you know, about you, you know, it is what you give them in the report. See it, see the evidence here, Wheatley. See it, gross income for the period 2011 to 2019, including but not limited to income earned from employment, business, and rental of properties. Right? Confirmed capital invested in the following business venture: Art Solution, Marsan Technology. Right? And let us talk about it now. See here, information requested. See here now. Jamaica, more want to know, look. See here. So look at the topic. Information requested. See the information requested here. Gross income for the period 2011 to 2019, including but not limited to income earned from employment, business, and rental properties. Look what happened here, so people. See there, outstanding. Between the period 2011 to 2019, you know, see there, income earned from employment, business, and rental of properties for 2011 to 2019. Outstanding, people. Outstanding. Watch this now. Confirm capital invested in the following business ventures. See there? No did a blank Jamaica people. Watch out. Him done for Art Solutions. See there? Outstanding information. A capital investment in Art Solution. No did that for sure. Marsan Technology. See there? Capital investment in Marsan Technology. Outstanding information. I could show the whole world. See there? Marsan Technology Limited. See there? See, capital investment in Marsan Technology Limited. No information. Price Tech Limited. See there? Capital investment in Price Tech Limited. So I pay a lie, tell the Integrity Commission investigators. Them investigate and them found nothing. Now see there? Techno Farm Industry Jamaica Limited. See there? Capital investment in Techno Farm Industry Jamaica Limited. Nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Telecel Jamaica. See there? Capital investment in Telecel Jamaica. Absolutely nothing, people. See that? We don't tell no lie upon him. Confirmed status of Western Medical Center declared in 2013. State income for the period. If the business was sold, provide profit. Status of Western Medical Center and income for 2013. Nothing. See that? See the people. See there under the heading. Outstanding information. Outstanding information. See there now. Where information provided blank. See there? Gross income information, blank. Confirmed capital invested, blank. Art Solution, blank. Marsan Technology, blank. Marsan Technology Limited, blank. Price Tech Limited, blank. Tech Supplies, blank. Techno Farm Industries Jamaica Limited, blank. See, a blank, 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 blank. Melting pot.
Him not have nothing there, sir. Yeah. If the guy not have nothing, you know. The guy not have nothing.
Hold on. PL among the Techno show Jamaica. You understand? PL lion fabrication. Nothing the investigators them investigated and nothing coming up. Now watch this now. I see the bang around your people. Watch it now. Outstanding information again. Information requested from sale and status of asset owned. No information on at all. Outstanding blank. All right. Full name for redacted. Who was declared as a co-owner, you understand, of a house in Angels, St. Catherine. See that information provided for the person, the redacted name, you know, the information provided for the redacted name. But guess what? The information itself, right, blank. Right? So, outstanding information, you understand? Information still outstanding. Right? Information provided. Now, for the full name redacted, who was declared as a co-owner of a house in Angel. So, information provided for that. Now, look on 13. Detail of all fixed assets, including costs, as at December 31st, 2018 and 2019. See there? No information provided, people. See there? Blank. See there? Outstanding information. Details of all fixed assets, including costs, as at December 31st, 2018 and 2019. Right? No information. Details of all creditors, including name, nature of liability, and balance owed as at December 31st, 2018 and 2019. See there? No information provided. See there? We're not telling no lie upon him. See there? The judge will kick him out of court. Watch out. See there? Details of all creditors, including name, nature of liability, and balance owed as at December 31st, 2018. Blank. No information. See there? Outstanding information. Right? All right. But go down and say now. See there? Same thing. Right? One hold it. No information. No information. See the people. We're not telling no lie upon him. Now watch this now. Based on an examination of the items of information requested and the correspondence between Dr. Wheatley and the Information and Complaints Division, the DI notes that the majority of information requested by the DOIC was not provided to him directly. Want to hear that? Want to hear that for yourself? The DI also notes, however, that most of the information requested from Dr. Wheatley by the DIC is now in the DI's position because it was either provided by Dr. Wheatley or otherwise obtained by DI during the course of the investigation. You understand where they went, they questioned other people and so forth, and they all served the information there. You understand? So we can't get away from them, you know, but let me show you something, people. Watch this. They could go down here, sir. Let me show the people what we want to show them. Right? Go down in the money. Watch this, people. Come here, people. See the bangarang, yeah? People no come look for the bangarang. Look for the corruption yourself. Around the ultimate disposition of 14 of the said apartment joint legal owned are to have been included in Dr. Wheatley's statutory declarations in the manner indicated above. Right? Watch this now. Commercial loans. The DI is in possession of evidential material, you know, which indicates that Dr. Wheatley acquired 5 loans with Bank of Nova Scotia, which were not declared in the relevant period as set out in the table 3 below. See the corruption now, Sister Maria, and Melting Pot. See the corruption now. Watch it now. Watch this now. Watch the big corruption, Jamaican people. In a 2013, right? Loans, right? 2013. Wheatley claimed that he had gotten $5,898,299.10. Now watch this now. The loan was disbursed to Wheatley on the 13th of November 2013. I want you to listen up, people. Look and listen up. And by the date prepared, 14th of November, within 24 hours, Mountain Pot and Sister Daisy, look on this. Who is going to borrow 5 million loan, partially 6 million loan in a one day and pay it back less than 24 hours? Look at the criminality. Now, this is where now Wheatley now, you understand, wherever he got this money, right? And claim now, you see this person in the bank will do this. This person gone in trouble. This person automatically get in trouble. This person who do this in the bank automatically get himself in trouble. Now what's this now? 2014. $5 million in 2014. Right? What's this now? The loan disbursement date 13th of March 2014 and the 3rd of September 2014. Right? The money pay back in. Pay back in. Watch this now. Bank of Nova Scotia in 2015. 7 million. 7 million in Ghana prison till the week. Now watch out. Loan disbursement date 11 of September 2015. Right? And by said 5 months, less than 5 months, in pay back the $7 million there. Right? Now, watch this. Because you know what? You know why he's doing this? Because he's also anticipating that, okay, if I am being investigated, I want to show a source where the money came from. But that's where the money come from. The money not come from no loan in the bank. Is that Wheatley have their money here. All of them money we see. You understand? Wheatley have their money here. So him just put this now in the bank. He said now the bank is the source of the loan. Not like that in the people. Want to understand this now. See him going to prison till a week. See Jack, 2014 again. Another 5 million. Right? Two time in 2014, you know. 5 million in 2014, you know. And this one is the 3rd of October 2014. And what you know? 3rd of October 2014. And by 7th September 2015, he claims him play, but it's a 5 million loan, you know. See where he gone, brother, now? Look how he gone now, people. Watch this now. Watch this now, people. Bank of Nova Scotia. Bank of Nova Scotia. 30 million. 30 million. Now, during COVID, this, you know. During COVID, this, you know. During COVID, Dushi and Savadia, they make billions of dollars. Andrew Wheatley, they make millions of dollars. Andrew Owens, they make billions of dollars in the COVID period. In the COVID period, mighty God of Daniel. Watch out, 30 million. The 17th of December 2021, and by October 2022, Wheatley pay off for that loan. Mighty God. Now, in a request for further written explanation, Dr. Wheatley was required to indicate the reason for not declaring the commercial loans from BNS. In his response dated October 23, 2024, Dr. Wheatley indicated the following. See it in a black writing. The commercial loans were not disclosed as they did not involve acquisition or expenditures of funds by me as the commercial loan. So hold on there now. Let me ask you a question. What is it that you need to declare as it relates to the Integrity Commission? Now, your income, assets, and liabilities. So let me ask you a question. These loans, which one of the category they would fall under? No liability is this. No loan is a borrow. Your claim say you borrow. No liability. You couldn't show the Integrity Commission investigated this. So at them have to investigate and find this. You're in a problem, you know. You're going to prison, you know. So you know Andrew Wheatley and the bank is going to be in trouble. You also have to provide the original source where you get the money from. What a bang around this tech. This is how we own it. What a bang around this. So this is where now you hide and try to deflect that, okay, you get bank loans. But really and truly, there was no bank loans. You understand? Just want to say that, okay, you process bank loans. You are in serious problem. Let us start with melting pot on one here. But
yes, my brother. You know, in a recent time, this BNS here, Bank of Nova Scotia, come under a lot of scrutiny from me personally. Yeah. Because we have seen the same type of role where NCB carry out for a certain individual. Yes. And now we see Bank of Nova Scotia facilitate this guy here. So Bank of Nova Scotia, someone in there is complicit to what go on with Andrew Wheatley, with all these fictitious transactions. Yeah, that's what we can only term them to be. Because you don't borrow money of that magnitude and pay it back within 24 hours. You know. That means you never need it. Yeah. So that applies to a corruption scheme that has been formulated amongst either the bank in general or a specific individual working in coordination with this guy. You understand? But this just go to show you how the man them are operating in the country, them are criminal, them are mafia. Everything is drawn up on that mafia scheme, right? So you know. I remember Andrew Holness do the same thing. Yeah? Several other members from within the Jamaica Labour Party have been doing the same thing by participating on a broad scale in a SSL. Them have accounts in there and them know what the purpose of them account. None of them don't come out and cry so them lose their money. Ordinary people alone. Yeah? So the whole of them buy into this scenario of where the game I play around them, the corruption game. And this is what we get at the end of the day. Him could never point out them thing there to the Integrity Commission. And the Integrity Commission go dig and find them there. Yeah, so I be a blank you say my fire Sir Lord Byron. Yeah. Him not hit no target, you know, if we hit the target, he can't do the target nothing. Because the target firm on him. Yeah. Because there's no way you can know what you're supposed to supply the Integrity Commission with, you know. So I'm glad how you tell him. Income, asset, and liability. If you never know, and that the Integrity Commission requires of you when you provide your statutory declaration. Them no want to know nothing about you, your private life. Just give them what you know you forgive them. As it relates to where you amass over that 12-month period. And the guy them are going like a something, you know, strenuous on them. And mathematics that. That are ABC, you're supposed to know that as a public official. So you just give them what they want and everything good. But when you hide things and them go find it, it can't good.
Yeah.
And them go find, so you have 164 million. Yeah. But you can't tell them how you amass that. So where you think them are going to do Andrew Wheatley? Them are just go in the blank, them where you have fire. No man, a real shot Integrity Commission fire, man. Them not fire blank like you. You understand? Them are shoot the bullseye. Because a long time when in a Jamaica go on with this thing over 10 years what are this? The Jamaican taxpayers have to face up to, you know. And I like one of the thief, the money like the 3 trillion and God. Son, you don't think Jamaica could arise again? For a back economy that have life in it. A kill or no kill the economy. Over that 10-year period where the whole of them participate in this high-level criminality as it relates to public funds. You understand? And so we have to hold them accountable. And we are finding one, you know. And we are exposed, you know. Yeah, and we are make sure no say the justice system take its course. Yet, as Sir Byron said, justice delayed is justice denied. We are tell all of these judges we are participate and a jump off in the corruption pool. Beware of our activity because we're not going to be struck off the bar. Yeah, we can't perform nothing more in our profession when the right time come. Because we are going to find them in breach of the protocol. And we have to strike on off the bar council. You understand? Because we not play too much of a dirty game. And we are facilitating these criminals and providing a safe haven for them by tampering with the procedure of the court. Yeah, look for Roy Reid. From here to get going to court and go deal with them things. We're not silent that. We're not hear nothing about the cross-carry them. We're not hear about several individuals. What we know we're supposed to hear about. We're supposed to get information from these people. Yeah? Because them in front town, you know. Yeah? Some high-profile thing we never want to stray them in front town and all deal with it down there. So we know who not participate tonight. Go back to this criminal guy, you know, yeah? Him can't get no farmer, where they call no sympathy from no quarters. No quarters. Real Jamaican now have no offer this criminal sympathy because remember we know about PETITION, you know. We know about PETITION scandal. So, from you link to them big multi-million scandal there as it relates to value of commodities gone missing. Under your portfolio in charge of PETITION. The way who you think we are looking in front of it? You think we are looking a saint? We are looking a criminal. A guy we never could afford a shoes on him foot. But him get rich overnight. Rich. And can't explain him well. So right now, we know we stand behind the Integrity Commission. For the hard work we to do. And the limited resource. In terms of human resource and capital resource. Them are deliver. As Sir Lord Byron said, 22 cases going, 21 success rate. High level of conversion that. Yeah, by putting people away, finding them of criminal charges, and they go in the system and found to be guilty and end up being charged. So with the work what them I do, it's not like them I witch hunt nobody. And I come up with a little hanky-panky decision. No, real decision in a real time. I yield back the floor to you, Sir Lord Byron.
Blessing, blessing. All right, Sister Maria, because I know Sister Maria soon have to run. You understand? So take it on the valley.
Yeah, cool. You know, I am listening to all that you're reading. And if you switch out the surname Wheatley and put Honus, it reads the same.
Yes.
You know, and I'm left to ask questions. What is it that guides them as human beings? What is their moral compass?
They have none.
When a young person comes up to them and asks them about their public life, and the things that have been, the accusations that have been leveled at them through the Integrity Commission and their findings. And these are, again, statements of fact. How do they reconcile these things with young people they are looking on? What advice would they have for a young person who wants to enter politics? Would they say to them, you know, just be the most corrupt that you can be? Don't think about the people. Just get in there to make money, because if you want to get rich, just become a politician, because, you know, being a politician, as I could say, is servant work. So how would they guide them, given all the things that the corrupt things that have been leveled at them? Their names are called in anything and everything that has to do with corruption. How do they sleep at night when they look at the state of the country? Not what they say to the people, but the people's lived experiences. where people are still sleeping on the tarpaulin. How do they reckon with themselves when they go to bed at night? When they sit to have a meal with their families and their child is home, and there are many children that have been shut down in the streets because of this administration. What do they say to themselves? What are the conversations they have at the dinner table? When you look at COVID monies, you remember COVID monies? COVID monies. When you look at burial money, when you look at Melissa money come on top of that, and the suffering of the people, tell me in God, does integrity and trustworthiness and honesty matter to these people? I mean, it is mind-boggling, Byron and Melting Pot, that these people just sit down and just pick a name. And the question I have for the Prime Minister, what kind of people do you associate yourself with? Because it seems to me that everybody that associates with the Prime Minister have a hint of corruption happening around them. So is it that he's a magnet that attracts people who like to be corrupt? Because this is maddening. And and here's the thing, when you look at the state of affairs of the country, when you look at the economy that is crumbling and inflation and all of that, Byron, you can't help but come to a conclusion that the monies are going into the pockets of these people. Where these people get all this money from? And if he's a businessman through and through, that as a member of parliament and as a minister of government, not even so much a member of parliament, because a member of parliament who doesn't have a portfolio can still be running his business, right? But when you're a minister of government, and he has not extricated himself from his businesses, then he should give up the post and go and run his business full time. Because this is corruption at its best and finest. And you just don't know how to approach this, Byron, because it is sad. And you know why it is sad? When you look at the state of affairs of people. When you look at the state of affairs of people, it is. We come here every Tuesday, and we talk about this, and we do so in the hopes that people will move with alacrity to hold this government accountable and to get them out of the way so that the people, their lives can improve. That's why we do this, because this is untenable. Baron, they can't continue like this. We cannot continue like this. And the Integrity Commission is doing God's work, because had it not been for them, we wouldn't know the level of shenanigans. We'd only know that the money is being pilfered, as the Prime Minister said during the election. The money is being pilfered. When the lady said, "Oh, they're thieving the money," he said, "No, they're not stealing money. It's being pilfered. Pilfered, stealing is the same damn thing." And when we look at what is happening, and you look at the state of affairs of the country, and they're telling you that all is well, the lowest unemployment and the this and the that, but the lives of the people are no better. Well, they're just getting rich off the backs of taxpayers. There's no way their salaries could have given them all of these wealth. You know, so truth is, I pray for the Jamaican people that they wake up and hold this government accountable, because this is untenable. It's untenable.
Exactly. Do agree with you, Sister Maria. But let us change up the rhythm a bit, and let us focus as it relates to another person who's on the agenda, who's going to be lined up shortly for judicial review, I believe, right? Darrell Vaz, right? Because this situation with the 110 school bus, right, is now becoming even more serious. We remember when Darrell Vaz again guaranteed the safety of these school buses. Darrell Vaz himself guaranteed the safety. Let us remind him on it. Play this as it relates to Darrell Vaz, speaking in clear terms that the buses are safe, as according to Darrell Vaz. Jamaica, the level of wickedness and evil
Confirm that I've received a report about the fire on a school bus today at about 1:20 in Cross Keys in Manchester. I'm happy to report that there were no students on board at the time and that no injuries. The matter is being investigated, and of course, we will keep the public advised. This is not the first incident of a fire. We've had it on even some of the new buses, so we'll allow for the investigation to take place before we make any judgment.
All right, stop this.
I can confirm that
This is so egregious and so despicable, Jamaica. To know that Darrell Vaz and Danville Walker concocted a letter which I showed to say that he was bringing 110 new buses to avoid inspection. To avoid inspection on the buses. And Darrell Vaz, Danville Walker, and the cabinet, including Andrew Holness, including Archie Sewell, the cabinet, right, agree with this level of corruption to bring in school buses age 2010, right? Buses that are already exhausted. And here is Darrell Vaz. Here is Darrell Vaz, right? Doubling down where he spoke on the safety of these buses, saying that these buses are safe. And what's there? A fire, but luckily it did not happen when you have school children in this bus. So here is Michael Phillips, right, is now pushing for clarity. And what they need to push for is whether or not, as it relates to the inspection, and why the letter, as it relates to the letter that Darrell Vaz sent to Danville Walker, said it was 110 new buses to avoid inspection. Look at the criminality.
Following is a release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
We are relieved that no one was injured as the incident took place during the summer break. The government must satisfy the public that all units will be checked, maintained, and are roadworthy for the new school year in just over a month's time. While we are of the cause or causes of the fire, part of the justification for the high price of the units was that the supplier would be maintaining the buses to guarantee safety and maximum fleet availability. The fire destroyed one of the units yesterday that has raised serious questions about the existence of effective maintenance. We are calling for an urgent update from the Minister of Transport, Honorable Darrell Vaz, on the state of the maintenance contracts with El Hydro Limited, which supplied the 110 US retired school buses to the government of Jamaica a year ago. It should be noted that all units are not parked in JUTC depots. The question therefore arises, how often are these off-site buses checked and maintained? And is it in accordance with the company's standard maintenance program for high-use units? Maintenance of the buses should be a high priority for all school buses under the government school bus program.
Visit our website at pnp.org.j.
When you look at the level of wickedness and cruelty as it relates to Darrell Vaz, what Darrell Vaz did, as it relates to even maintenance program, that is not working, you know. Sister Daisy.
What he said, but Baron, when he brought in these buses, and there was this big furor and saying, why you take $1.4 million to buy old dollar buses? He gave a breakdown and he said maintenance was, they paid for maintenance of these buses. So clearly nothing, that has turned out not to be so.
Yes.
You see buses falling apart left, right, and center. Right? And then, you know, when they talk about procurement issues and procurement issues. Then there was no procurement issue for him to secure $1.4 billion to go and buy old dollar buses.
No.
There was none. And it goes to the heart of what we are saying, the level of corruption that these people are steeped in, because it seems as though they see the public coffers as their personal ATM, because there's no way on God's green earth that Darrell Vaz spent $1.4 billion on these old dollar-free buses. When these buses have passed their usefulness, these buses are junk. These buses were retired for a reason, because they do not serve the purpose of the places that they bought them from. So they retired them, took them out of commission altogether. They are used in some places as chicken coops.
And you
Some
can get them
use
for
them
$1.
or for free. Some persons use them, refurbish them for housing. Some refurbish them for what they call it, food trucks. Some refurbish them and use them as to do their gardening and all of that. So I don't see how it is he could, and it, you know what it points to? The lack of respect that they have for the Jamaican people. They don't value them at all, because Dana Morris Dixon, she has children, would not put her children on those school buses. Darrell Vaz would not put his grandchildren on those school buses. Andrew Holness would not put his son or daughters on those school buses. Okay? None of them would put their children or grandchildren on those school buses. So why is it good for the people, the children of Jamaicans, the parents who vote for them? Why is it good for them but not for their children? Because they wouldn't put them on there. They would not put them on there. They will go on there for a photo op because it's a PR government.
Yes.
But they will never be caught dead riding those buses, because those buses weren't even created, weren't designed for the terrain that they have them. I mean, come on. And that's another waste of taxpayers' money. It's a damn shame.
We're going to get into some serious investigation now. Jamaica, I am going to show you how Darrell Vaz, right, and his cronies rape this country. Rape, when I said rape this country. Now, we heard about this vlogger, Keisha Mack. And this is Darrell Vaz, right, who, employed this person. Now, watch this. Let us bring up Keisha Mack's resume. We are not just showing, we are just showing you the corruption of, serious corruption when it comes to Darrell Vaz. Let us just bring up this. Show Jamaica. And this is one of the reasons why they talk about misinformation and disinformation, right? This is a paid vlogger. A paid vlogger. Chopper John, who they put as project manager for children, for the children hospital in St. James, right? Getting a lot of pay and paying money underneath the table, right? Now we have the opposition person who speak of the house, Uri Clark, right? These are the people that Uri Clark set up to rob the treasury. So here is her resume after she vlogged well for the Jamaica Labour Party. This is her resume, right? The chairman, Montego Bay Metro Company Limited, Bourg Industrial Estate, White Sands Beach PO, Montego Bay, St. James. Let me just answer this call. Yes, Carl, you on Mystic Sensation Live?
Good night.
Yes, good night, my dear.
Good night to the listeners as well, and to Sister Maria, and to
Good night, my dear.
something just came to me. I know it's not close to what you're doing, but I'd just like to get this information. When Dalrymple was in problems and she was convicted and she had to pay, Was she struck from the bar?
You know, that's a very good question. That's an excellent question to backside.
She's a convict. And all of that, so she should be struck from the bar.
You know, so we have to push that. Carla, big up yourself.
Find out about that.
Big up yourself. Because she's convicted.
Okay.
She's convicted. Thank you for that.
Thanks very much. But I'm thinking about it.
That really slippery. I'm going to ask. I'm going to dig into it too. Right?
All right. Thank
That
you
is concerned.
very much. Thank you.
All right. So here it is, right? To show you the corruption that just, I don't know, it just entrenched in the Jamaica Labour Party. These things are clear corruption. And we talk about where's the DPP, right? What happened to Jamaica Constabulary Force? These are clear corruption that people to be charged. So this is our application, you know. Re-application for general manager position. You see the position that she's applying for, Keisha Mark is applying for. As per advertisement in the Western Mirror dated Friday, October 15, 2021, them just put it in the Western Mirror now because them know say after Keisha Mark job this. I'm going to show you the corruption, you know. And yet Keisha Mark don't have the qualification. I hereby apply for the position of general manager within your organization. Mighty goodness. I possess the requisite skills to lead and mobilize a team to ensure that the organization goals and objectives are met. Additionally, I am a self-motivated, honest, you know, hard-working and reliable individual who believes that I will be an asset to your establishment. You hear? She is self-motivated, she's honest, she's hard-working and reliable individual who believes that she will be an asset to the establishment. At that, Keisha Mark said, let me answer this. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Go ahead. Yes, caller. Hello? Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Go ahead.
Is there a logging bus showing the last day the vehicle was serviced?
We're not hearing you.
No, we are not hearing you properly.
Voice is not that good. But I'm saying, is there a log on the bus?
Okay, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. You don't have to strain. I understand. I get what you're saying. You're saying that if there's a log to state the last time the buses were serviced.
Yes, because I used to work for that company for school buses, and they don't normally, we change them out. We don't use those.
Yes.
So you must have gotten those buses for free.
Oh, okay. So you okay?
Yes, and when they go out.
So you hold on the caller, because I know you have the situation with a voice. So you are saying that you are acquainted with buses like these because you work with them, and you don't reuse them after certain age on them. So you are saying that you're almost certain that they got these buses for free.
Yeah, because when I get those keys at the dispatch, I have to go out and check the lights, the belts, everything.
Wow.
I gotta look in the bus if there's any leak. I have to kick the tire and the bumper to make sure that they don't fall off. We have to inspect before we leave the yard.
But to what I'm aware of, these buses did not go through any rigorous inspection because of a letter that was concocted between Darrell Vaz, Andrew Holness, and the cabinet. You understand that they were purchasing 110 new buses. So they came into the country under the disguise of new buses to avoid inspection.
You have a certain amount of miles you use your car, every 5,000 miles, you do oil change and you do safety checks. The mechanic, we have our own mechanics
Yes.
in-house that does all the oil changes and whatever.
Okay. Some of these buses that I look on as it relates to the old buses had gone over 180,000 miles.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, there's a higher grade oil that you have to use in these buses.
Okay.
And the more mileage is the more oil it burns. So
Yes.
they have to check the oil.
Well, it doesn't seem like we have a program in place either. So that is the investigation that Mikel is talking about as it relates to a proper maintenance program for these buses. It doesn't seem like that is in place.
We have a mechanic in-house, more than one.
All right, so
We just don't take the keys. We have to make sure that everything checks out before we leave the yard.
yeah, none of that happened here, my sister. None of that happened.
Notice that with the ambulances too, because they're not well trained either. Because again, you drive off an ambulance and not secure the lock on the back before you move the vehicle.
This
I
is
saw one ambulance door fly open.
yes.
After it started moving.
Well, this goes to the level of corruption.
I've never seen that, not even here in the United States.
Yes. So a lot of digging. Well, you know, this situation is under investigation, and we are anticipating the findings of this investigation to wrap up. Right, might be shortly because the Auditor General is investigating, and I would presume that the IC is investigating as well.
I also watched the Prime Minister of Ghana today, and that Rimpo lady almost took a crap in her chair. They were so uneasy in there.
Oh my
If you look
goodness.
at all of their faces.
Yes.
When the person that was sitting in for Mark was giving her speech, all of them looked like whatever came out of her mouth hit them. They thought she was going to bust open a cap in there.
Oh,
but
geez.
she really knew how to put her sentence together.
All
Give
right.
her hats off for a good speech.
Exactly.
But they were all uneasy, very
Very.
uncomfortable
Yes.
with her speech.
Yes.
That's what I want to let the Jamaican people know. It's almost ending so I can come home.
All
to
right.
visit.
Okay. All right. Thank you for your input, my dear. Really appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Okay. So here it is. Right. I am just giving you the, you know, the hold on. Let me just answer this caller. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead.
Blessings, what's up?
Blessings, blessings, my brother.
Blessings, blessings. Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome, my brother.
I want to say, hey, Lady Daisy, absolute, magnificent. Magnificent performance tonight, Queen. Magnificent. Very
Blessings,
much,
thank you.
Very much knowledgeable. Melting pot. You already know we keep the pot melting. Blessings.
Sure.
Listen.
Yes.
Real quick, brother. But just want to point a couple of things out to you.
Yes.
That's just some of mine. So Darrell Vaz, I want to stick to your subject that you're speaking about real quick before I switch. Darrell Vaz, you order these old buses, right?
Mm-hmm.
The tire them need for change, right? You order new tires. That's what I'm saying. I'm just quoting what he's saying. He ordered new tires, and then he had to convert from a right-hand drive to a left-hand drive opening.
Yes.
Right? Wouldn't that cost more money than the bus itself?
There you go. There you go. What is this? This is C-Jam?
Yeah, I mean, man.
All right. All right. Blessings. But yeah, but you're right.
Right? Why you doing this? Why God? Hey, you know, say Mystic.
Yes.
The amount of money them spend, the amount of money the man spend for convert bus over left hand drive to right hand drive and change tire and all these things and you know cut pipe because it can't go up a hill and all these things and cut off the back of the bus and shorten the bus and all these things. Why didn't you just order some new coaster buses, some brand new coaster buses, or even give a stipend to the taxi drivers that has the buses to take the kids around? Why didn't you do that? Right? I'm not trying to make a point. I'm just making a statement. And nobody needs to answer, but I just need people to wake up and realize
exactly
what this man is doing. It's corruption. He's stealing your money.
There you go, Seaga.
I don't know if you gotta say it plain to them, but he's stealing your money.
That is what he's doing. That is what he's doing. Straight, my brother. Straight.
Hey,
yo.
Them say we say don't trust a
snake eye salesman. Snake eye salesman. But
I see that.
You know, look here. Honestly, Seaga, this is not a political party in terms of, you know, my definition in terms of political representation. It is a criminal network.
It is.
It's a criminal network, my boss.
And, you know, and I listen to you every Tuesday. One of my favorite shows on YouTube.
Thank you.
Number one in my book.
Thank you.
But like, I mean, people need to like up the live and understand that we're
yes.
here. And we're not going anywhere, just like the IC.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere.
Commission. We're not going anywhere.
Exactly, my boss.
So, I don't want you to chew out this and chew out that and do this and do that. I don't want you can do whatever you want to do, but the IC Commission will still be here to hold you accountable. Because guess what? We are in law.
Yeah.
Right? We are in law. So you can underfund us as much as you want to and do what you want to do, but just remember, when the things get tabled, and we have a real DPPP in the commission,
talk about things, my man.
We will get justice.
I will strongly believe that, Seaga.
Eventually.
You understand? Because justice must prevail.
It must.
Right?
It must.
And we definitely have to get that. So bless up yourself, my brother.
One more
yeah,
thing.
Okay, yeah. Speak.
So, you know what I'm saying? To them, I realize that Mr. Golden, the former Prime Minister of Jamaica.
Yeah.
You know, he stepped down. At least he stepped down. He didn't cause a war.
Yes.
Right? He didn't put up a fight. He didn't try to swindle the people. He didn't try to take things to court and exhaust his, you know, exhaust his exercise in the judiciary, whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
But he stepped down immediately, right? Now, you have a man in there that's facing certain substantial issues when it comes to finances, especially when it deals with Jamaica finances, when it comes to the taxpayers, right? It's very, very sensitive situation. And I don't want to go too far with that.
Yes.
Because I'm going to let the law handle that. But Andrew, you know you're wrong. You know you're wrong. You asked Azan to step down and he did that. Azan stepped down, you know. Even though he never even spend whole time on, I not even want to go too far now, but anyway, let me just say one thing. Bruce Golden said one thing today, or in his thing when he went to Philadelphia.
Yes.
He said that the MOU was forced, right? People need to listen to what he's saying. The MOU was forced.
Yes.
And this is not no dibby man from down the lane, you know what I'm saying? He's just talking, you know, he's just talking to be talking. No, this is an ex-prime minister. And he's telling you that the USA has forced Jamaica into an MOU agreement. What do you mean forced? This is my question to him. What are you talking about forced? Because the last time I checked, right?
Yes.
The news itself, a nationwide network itself, came out and said that R.G. Marks approached the USA.
Yes.
Right? Approached them. So why is it now that an ex-prime minister, before Andrew Holness came out, saying that they were forced and they're not our friends? What is this? I don't understand, because now you're putting me in the you know, you're putting me in a situation where now I got to think about this. Wait. R.G. Marks says she approached, and Miss drop. I'm not even going to disrespect her. You know what, Miss.
But hold on, C-Jam, hold on, because I think what R.G. Marks had said, you know, was that they were approached by the United States. That is what R.G. Marks is saying. You know?
No, she approached them. From what I've heard, she approached them. You have to listen back to the thing. She approached them.
Mm-hmm.
America didn't come to her. She went to them. Because they were offering some kind of agreement that she felt like could have helped. This is what her excuse was. She wanted to see if she can help the Jamaican people by getting finances towards the hurricane catastrophe that we had to add towards our finances that we had to build a country. This was part of her agreement.
Mm-hmm.
This is what she said. And then you have Bruce Golden coming out saying that America forced them.
Right? So C-Jam, she was in agreement. Yeah, she was talking about a different program, you know, for skilled workers.
For skilled workers.
Yes, she was talking, and she's saying that has no part and share with the TCN. That is what she's saying, you know. If you go back and listen.
Yeah, but what is there two separate agreements?
Yes, yes, because she was saying that what she had mentioned was the situation with skilled workers, right? Which she was obviously lying, right? Yeah, but she was obviously lying.
Obviously, somebody's lying.
And if you are to take what Bruce Golden said, if you are to take what Bruce Golden said, C-Jam, then you know that. Let us ask a question: If Andrew Holness' administration has to be forced, right? What is it that Donald Trump has on him so that him bow under the pressure? Because remember, you know, Mia Motley, you understand? Go against that, you know. Mia Motley go against that because Mia Motley is not corrupt. So it goes to what I am saying. What is it that you understand? Of course, Donald Trump have on you that would have caused you to bow under the pressure. As according to Bruce Golden, they say if you are to take what Bruce Golden said is true.
You say whenever you have a call, if you call it for talk them way. Because we should have known there's a mystic sensation. Brother, you're the pine.
All right.
I hate me a pine one.
Definitely. Blessings, my brother.
Blessings, my brother. Next time. Till next time. Bless up.
All right. That's nothing.
All right.
Okay. So here it is. Now, right, where this person is saying, right, this is Keisha Mark who vlogs for the Jamaica Labour Party. I possess the requisite skill to lead and mobilize a team to ensure that the organization goals and objectives are met. Additionally, I am self-motivated, honest, hardworking, and reliable individual who believes that I will be an asset to your establishment. So I could look for through this. Take this away now, honey. And let us get into the special report. So based on what Keisha Mark said, let us see if Keisha Mark is an asset. Right? Mia Melting Pot now is going to look to see if Keisha Mark is indeed an asset. Now, I can look if Keisha Mark is an asset. See it? Ministry of Science and Technology and Transport. This is an internal audit that done, you know. So we are going at the audit now. Or we can do this. Let us go in at the audit, people. Let me see, because it seems like we are going at the findings of the audit to see if Keisha Mark, right, served with integrity and honesty. Here is this. Let us see if Keisha Mark served with integrity and honesty. All right, see it here. Now I'm going to look now, people. See it here. Okay, let us get into summary of findings. See it here? Summary of findings. Right, people? Remember now, we just show you the letter what Keisha Mark used to get the job. The application letter what Keisha Mark used to get the job. And Keisha Mark is saying that she has integrity, she's an honest person, and she believes that she's going to be an asset. Now, see the findings here of the audit here. Criteria: compliance with Government of Jamaica Corporate Governance Framework and Public Bodies Right Management Act. See there? Not met. Not met. What's the condition now? No corporate secretary appointed. Right? Board minutes not signed by chairman. No board meeting in 3 months. Strategic plan, operation plan, and budget have no evidence of board approval review. Keisha Mark, listen up. Keisha Mark, listen up. Ineffective board committees. No self-evaluation done for the board. Remember, say Keisha Mark said she full of integrity, she honest, and she's going to be an asset. See there? No documented and approved SOP, right? Unauthorized changes to the MOF and P prescribed reporting structure, right? Now watch this now. See the risk there? The risk high risk. Now watch this now. See them give her some recommendation here. The current MBM board of directors in support of good governance should move with alacrity to ensure that the board is properly constituted, staffed and operating effectively, perform self-evaluation annual, right? Performance evaluation for the general manager annually. Ensure that the SOP are completed, approved, and implemented. Right? The organizational structure should be returned to the design laid down by the MOF and P, and future changes should be approved by the MOF, right, prior to being implemented. You know what you know, people? See the criteria: compliance with the FFA Act, right, and instruction regarding the maintenance of government bank accounts. And yes, the bank around the people. What you see there? Not met. No, Keisha Mark, they say she has integrity, right? She's an honest person, and the company is going to be, she's going to be an asset to the company. You know what you know, people? Ineffective bank reconciliation control, unreviewed and undated bank reconciliation, inaccurate bank reconciliation, late lodgement of funds up to 4 years late, depletion of over 25 million in project funds with no significant projects undertaken. You know? You hear that? No evidence of any project undertaken. You know? And Keisha Mark this. So she have high level of integrity, high level of honesty, and she's going to be an asset. You see how she be an asset. See the risk here? High. Now, see the recommendation here? Management should ensure that bank reconciliation and all similar controls bear the signature of the preparer and the date of preparation. All should be subject to timely and effective review and should be signed and dated by the review as evidence of same. A separate bank account should be created to prevent commingling and allow for the proper accountability and transparency in the use of project funds. Want to hear that, people? Now, compliance with the duty of care per occupational Health and Safety Act 2017. See there? Not met. See the people? Not met. Look at our people. See the condition when they find the place here. dilapidated workshop, placing life and property in danger. You understand? Left unaddressed for over 5 years. We tell us the entire Jamaica Labour Party is a criminal network. Watch out. See the risk are high. Management is encouraged to give due priority to the health and safety of staff and to act in a manner which safeguard the assets of the entity. Mighty God. You know what you say now? Compliance with reporting requirements, reprocurement. You know what you know? Over 89.5 million in contracts, each exceeding 500,000 not reported to the Office of the Contractor General or the Integrity Commission. See the evidence of people. 89.5 million in contract. Look, Keisha Mark said she have integrity. She's honest. Right? And she's going to be an asset. Take that away, people. I'm going to show you people. I'm going to show you the corruption. Now, when we see things like this, brother Melting Pot, you understand, because you are closing out, you are closing us out. You understand? So close us out in terms of, you understand, that report. Keisha Mark, as it relates to her application for the job, right, said she has integrity. She's a very honest person, very hardworking person, and she's going to be an asset. Talk to us about it, Melting Pot. Close us out.
Well, she feeling all at that department where she had talked to you about herself in her, resume. Because what we have seen throughout this, highlighting who Keisha Mack is, tell us that she's a criminal.
All right.
Yeah. And then when you look on the whole full scale of the operation and the high amount of variances that occurs under her management portfolio, it tells us that there was no SOP, standard of operation, procedure. That never left on the agenda. It was Keisha Mack and Darrell Vaz operation. It wasn't the standard operation that should be there to protect and run the entity. Because remember, Vaz bring her there specifically, Yeah, because we know who recruit her. Eli Clark, yeah, Deputy House Speaker. He recruit also Chopper John, and Chopper John was sent to Minister of Health. Tough tongue. Keisha Mack was sent to the Minister of Mining, Transport and Telecommunication, Vaz. Yeah, and they went there specifically to work as undercover people, so to speak, and them not qualified. Yeah, but what happened now, what take place, why them appoint these fictitious individuals, is because the kickback money can't come back from them, where them put up for the salary. Remember, Keisha Mack don't get the salary where them listed, And Chopper John likewise. Them get a fraction of that. Most of that go back to the guy them who put them there. I saw them steal money. Because corruption thing them deal with. So you have a face like Keisha Mack. She not qualified for the job. Does Darrell Vaz care what happened to that entity? No. Him just want somebody there to take the money for him and eat her food. So that I run the system where the government in Jamaica are going with today. These fictitious people, even when you look on the guy I would them bring back, Google Gaga. And the same thing like when I show you and I point out to you right just now. He's not qualified for that. We know him can't speak. We know a long time say I don't. But you bring him back Fed Nara as the CEO. Because him just come there to steal. The one where they are pen will come from the army are the same thing. These are the underprivileged people with no qualification where under administration appoint, yeah, to various high-profile position to steal the money. So we know say everything point to Darrell Vaz now as it relates to Keisha Mack. I think about reflecting on statutory declaration. Can you see him have a whole heap of money where you know, it don't come through salary or nothing. I see I go find him in that breach as well. Remember I'm going to Mexico to collect 140,000 US, you know. Yeah. Him and Manayard, Ardlesham. Him have the money there. How him about really, you know, give clarity upon the money there? Him can't give no clarity upon it.
No.
So it's going to be another Andrew Wheatley situation where be a blanket fire, where them a fire. Because Andrew has allowed this type of behavior to continue on a daily basis in Jamaica. Everybody, all I'm cabinet member, them are hustle. Yeah. And, you know, that's why I say sometimes, I know the people who are calling, you know, them have great mind and they are very intelligent. One lady said Dalrymple should be struck off the bar. I was talking about them too as well, but I never remember for point I wrote. Dalrymple need to struck off the bar for real, because she convicted. Yeah? And all of them people where we are convict, they need to struck off the ballot. Yeah? They need to come off the ballot. And I'm glad you make mention to that, Sir Byron. Yeah, because they are not qualified to be representative of the people. They are criminal. So them name not supposed to, Andrew name not supposed to depend on the ballot from last election, you know. Andrew delayed tactics just to make sure no say him get all them corruption up together. Because like it or not, Jamaican people will have him face on the ballot because the system that currently in place in Jamaica does not provide for, you know, true and transparent or the administration as it relates to these men who are under investigation. Right there and then, you can't under investigation and run. You don't have to charge from your under investigation, you have to step back till the investigation over. Those are some of the policies we want to bring under the new administration when the right time comes. Nobody not supposed to use no delay tactics. Yeah. Like them go for judiciary review upon them case. In the sense of you being in a position, angling.
No sound melting pot. No sound.
In
no
public
sound.
funds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know what I'm going. Yeah, you hear me now?
Yeah, you come back.
Yeah. And what we find say who we put in place to run the ministry, the ministry of shortcomings, yeah, as it relates to capital. Them forgot prison right away, you know, because you can't tell me say you get the money for run your ministry. But there's so much wide variance in terms of several hundreds of millions are missing. Then how you retain the post of minister for that ministry. It's not running properly. And if you can't get accountability, then you don't know where to go hold you accountable. So the whole practice we have gone for the past 10 years under oldness administration, yeah, is a practice that is widely accepted by several high-profile people in our society because they don't care for Jamaica and they don't care for the poor. You understand? They alone just want to reap the reward of what the taxpayers can provide for them. Yeah. And don't give the taxpayer the basic amenity where them community requires so them can have a compatible life. Yeah. So them can have work and the GDP arise and the economy has thrive and things are looking up for people in Jamaica. These are some wicked vicious men running the Labour Party, headed by one chief called Andrew Holness, a criminal. He was a 5-star general when it comes to swindling taxpayers' money and embezzlement and all these things and money laundering. And right now, see that drug trafficking up on the agenda as well. And that is why United States will compromise. You ask a question whether them could have on him. A drugs-related circumstance. That them have on him. Yeah. and them have the money we touch the SWIFT system. So them have 2 accounts where me personally can, elaborate upon. Yeah, because we know him touch the SWIFT system with the 700,000 US, when him claims are Jamaica. How lie you can get a leader today? How lie can you get a leader today? And if something like that occur from day one, it causes variancy in the accountability when the accountants come to do the day-to-day summary. That was sure. You understand? Nothing have a balance. So when you have a guy like Holiness go around and tell him lies because him deep and sink in a corruption, you ever have a situation where America can hold him and hold them, the whole cabinet. Yeah, so this is why we have all these controversies surrounding the TNC and where Anya Marks go for, and Anya Marks, a US are pressure the government, them think they're wrong. We're a sovereign nation. Yeah. And we're supposed to have the administration intact. Yeah. We are do the work on behalf of the people of the country. And when we find the administration are criminal, then the country must be a loser, man. Country a lose right now. The man them drain the country resource, drain it by using people like Keisha Mack and Trapper John and themselves. People like R.J. Sewell and all them people get rich out of politics because under the People's National Party, them know them couldn't benefit at the rate how them a benefit. That's why them a protect the corruption party, the whole of them. Because all of them are benefiting, and them are benefit immensely. Yeah, you're not a poor man in a Labour Party, man. You see people them arrogant that them can't boast how man the dead poor. Eh? And Patty's not gone with nothing in either Mama P,
All right.
Yeah.
Melting Pot, just give me a minute. Then let me show the people them say R.J. Marks said that it is the United States who approached her, who initiated it. So we want people to listen to it, right? Because this is what R.J. Marks is saying. And while Andrew Holness is saying that United States did not approach them, you understand? It is them who approach United States. You understand? So R.J. Marks and Andrew Holness is saying something different. R.J. Marks is saying that the United States initiated it. So let us play it and show the people what R.J. Marks said about it. Yeah, on it, play it. Let us play it and show the people that is what R.J. Marks said, that the United States initiated it, right? So let us listen.
Flooded with missing. Address this matter earlier. How the government works is that the line ministers and the information minister would respond to issues of national importance. So if you notice, it would have been the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of National Security and Peace, and the Minister of National Security and Peace, and the Information Minister. They would deal with any matter of national importance in addressing the nation. And that's the process that started and got to a certain point. I was away last week, but when I came back, I realized that the country was being flooded with misinformation. And a lot of it was centered on a misunderstanding, where it was being said that I made a proposal for 10,000 criminals to come into Jamaica. So it was very important for me to start speaking about it and clarify exactly what the MOU is about and what my proposal is about.
I mean, you just mentioned it just now that you've seen and you've been reading some of the comments online. What would you say is the biggest misunderstanding that you don't want the public to get the truth to?
The biggest misunderstanding is that we have signed a MOU that allows criminals, rapists, murderers to come into the country. Now, a popular video going around speaks about Secretary Rubio saying they are going to send third country nationals with criminal records, all their rapists and murderers, etc., to other countries. And that is the video that seemed to be driving the narrative. But this entire conversation started on June 16th, I believe, when the Gleaner published an article that said Jamaica had signed the third country nationals MOU with the United States. The MOU was leaked to the Gleaner, so it detailed all the information in the MOU. They could have just as well just print the MOU. The information that is in the MOU and what was printed in the Gleaner spoke specifically of Jamaica not admitting serious criminals. So let me now go to what was printed in the Gleaner and is actually what was agreed by the government of Jamaica. So it is in the public domain. It says, the transfer of TCNs, third country nationals, will be suspended if more than 10 persons apply to remain in Jamaica. The MOU speaks to the USA providing biological, medical, and criminal documentation to the extent available, and also that Jamaica will evaluate each TCN prior to a decision to transfer that individual through Jamaica. It also specifically states that Jamaica will limit any transfer to only adults who have not been convicted of serious criminal offenses. And it says serious because they would have a criminal offense already. That is immigration violation. And many of us, we know many relatives who went to the USA, run off or overstay. If they are caught, that's a criminal violation in terms of immigration violation. But serious criminal violations would be like rapes, murders, all the things that government is being accused of allowing into the country. That is specifically non-negotiable in the MOU. It also says that Jamaica retains full discretion to decline to accept any individual for any reason, including health and for security purposes or any other basis. And it goes on to say other things. But it's important to note that this information is in the public domain. This was in the first article published by the Gleaner. Yet, because this was an orchestrated misinformation plan, the very same day and in the continuing days, what we have seen pushed from various bloggers, YouTubers, all kinds of persons, third country nationals MOU with the United States to take criminals into Jamaica. That is not so. And that's the first thing we must clarify and put an end to.
You've said, though, that you did in fact make a proposal to the US government about a skills program. That has now been conflated with this third country national program. Let's start with your proposal. How did that come about?
So Jamaica, I want to listen, you know. So she did not, as a client to her, let me say, as a client to her, did not make a proposal as it relates to TCN. She's talking about skilled workers, not TCN. So I want to listen to what she's saying. And I'm not saying that she's telling the truth, you know. You understand? Because she's lying out of her lips. But I am only saying what she said. So let's listen. She's saying that is the United States make the initiation. You understand, as it relates to TCN, right? The proposal that she's talking about a different program. Listen keenly.
Back in 2024, when the Republican Party, President Trump, when he was campaigning and they're having their convention.
So this is back in 2024. Listen, people. So this is a separate thing she's talking about from the TCN. We want to get that clear.
they put a major focus on the migration policy in the United States. And they committed that there will be a drastic change. This was concretized later on in the America First policy document. And when you read that, it clearly shows that there will be mass deportations. In fact, not even a person whose parents born in another country and the child is born in the United States, even that would be questioned. So it's a massive relook, a significant and material relook at America's migrant policy and immigration policy, so to speak. So in my role as ambassador, the first thing that I must do whenever there's any policy changes going on in the United States, I must look at how that impacts Jamaica. And then I'm still an entrepreneur, so I also look at, is there an opportunity to minimize risk and challenges to Jamaica? But is there also an opportunity to see any benefit to Jamaica in whatever is happening? So that was my motivation to study it and to make sure I look at where can we minimize risk to Jamaica and also find opportunities.
And so in that line, what exactly were you proposing?
So I came up with my team at the embassy, we came up with a proposal where we could cooperate. And the first area would be on expanding the amount of Jamaican seasonal workers. Right now the cap is about 20,000 and we'll be proposing more like 200,000. And so my thinking was, how do we get ahead of this situation and propose to the US that we can help? We can help because we have an established legal system of bringing workers into the country. And so that was the first proposal. The second is that when you look at the figures, it will break out that 8.5 million of the undocumented migrants in the United States are highly skilled. And we know that in Jamaica, we are having a situation where we have lost over 1.3 million Jamaicans who have migrated, many highly skilled. They are trained teachers, nurses, doctors, scientists. They have better opportunities in the United States, and for the last 40 years, they have been migrating. So we have gone through our own brain drain. My thinking at the time, how can we utilize this situation to attract more skilled workers into Jamaica? Because we are hearing the complaints.
So here you have it in terms of what she said. Take it away. Let me say something, right, in this. Right? So we heard that. But for me, listening to that, right? For me, listening to that melting pot, right? In terms of what Seaga said earlier, I'm going to have to take the side that Seaga took because she's lying. She's lying. Now, who is Arja Marks, right? That Arja Marks is going to approach as it relates to skill work program without this being discussed by the cabinet and agreed on by the cabinet. What is it? Because what Bruce Golding came out with today is devastating. Bruce Golding is saying, look, they were forced. And for some reason, melting pot, I want to believe Bruce Golding. To be honest, I want to believe Bruce Golding that they were forced. And here why I want to believe Bruce Golding that they were forced. Because of the level of corruption that they have on the Jamaica Labour Party, Andrew Holness. You understand? So what Andrew Marks are trying to come up now and tell Jamaica, the big lie what she tell Jamaica said, no, she wasn't talking about the TCN program as it relates to third country national. She was speaking about, you understand, the program as it relates to
skill worker.
Right? No, nothing like that. I'm talking about, because you know what she said, you know, she's saying that YouTubers, vloggers, right, want to conflate right? The issues simply means that in conflating the issues simply means that we are mixing up the programs. Now that the conflation mean?
Yeah.
If you are saying that you are trying to conflate one with the other, isn't that you are saying that it is two separate programs and we on social media is trying to conflate, you understand, the skilled workers with the TCN? You understand? So then, this to me is telling me that, listen, Bruce Golding is correct. Bruce Golding is correct. And because Bruce Golding is correct, melting pot, this is dangerous for Jamaica.
True.
No, Jamaica, listen to me. We have to go back on this, because I'm go back on this. You understand? Thursday melting pot, may you go do some deep digging. You understand? Because I want to tell a melting pot, I believe Bruce Golding.
I do as well. Yeah.
Because let me tell you something. Bruce Golding have been there and done that in terms of having diplomacy with the United States and dialogue.
Yeah.
Remember, it is the United States who caused Bruce Golding, you understand, to resign 2011. You know?
True.
So Bruce Golding understand the whole diplomacy. You know? So I am saying now, as it is, melting pot, nobody can come tell Mystic Sensation say them will get bad up. All right, you why we say them get bad up? Why them not go Barbados and bad up Matley? Because Matley no corrupt.
True.
Matley no corrupt. So melting pot, talk about things if you agree with me.
100% in agreement with what you say. Yeah, because watch this now, Sir Byron. Yeah. Remember, you know, and a rocket science, you know, say United States hold Andrew by him balls and squeeze it when him ready. Yeah. Because Andrew participate in a big time world affair criminal act, like eating the SWIFT system with that vast amount of US currency, plus the high level of narcotic that I run through film country, and I know him now open his mouth and say one word. You think embassy don't know that? But I hear Roger Marks. Well, I really on your mark. Yeah. I say something. And it baffled me what she said. Because she said the MOU, yeah, with them have with the United States in regard to the third country national, yeah. She said them get the opportunity for do what they want to do, whether them can accept and them can decline, yeah. So my ask her now, so we never get that same leverage when it comes to the Cuban doctors and nurses?
Aye.
How comes that same privilege to either accept them or not? Or it never pass on to, yeah, you have the privilege whether you want to get rid of them Cuban nurse and doctor, or you want to keep them. So, and I remember Marco Rubio made the statement too, and the same individual. But, you know, so shall I? Remember, she take out Marco Rubio actual word. She don't repeat them. Yeah? She don't talk about the status of the people, but she don't repeat what Marco Rubio tell the world, say, these are the most despicable what have you criminals that we have, and we want to ship them off to the most shithole country.
But hold on a melting pot. Because even now, the public cannot see the MOU. Why am they
right?
Release the MOU so that people can see, have a parliamentary discussion on the matter.
Of course. And here it is as well, Byron. Where she talk and she don't know what she not make no sense. Yeah. She has said the thing leak from wherever to the Gleaner. Because we know the source where it come from. Yeah. Because she don't want to state the source tonight. That's the reason why she don't state the source. She just said the information leaked to the Gleaner. And it's because people want to make mischief. Now, me going to tell Anya Mark, say, look, You see, anything will come from US Embassy, it's authentic. On your mark.
Mention, but it go too fast, man. We call her.
On your mark, not hard remarks. On your mark.
You're bad.
Yeah. Anything come from US Embassy, it have to be authentic, you know. So if I this up at the source, we'll leak it to the gleaner. Yeah. Or the gleaner go find it on them website. Yeah. Contrary to what she has said.
Yeah.
It is not like this come from a People's National Party perspective where they want to create mayhem. No. A journalist go see it on the US Embassy website.
Yes.
And capture it in a real time.
Yes.
And share it. Yeah. And when that sharing up, it raises eyebrow as to what is really going on in Jamaica. Can Jamaica offer itself to take 10,000 of these people? When Jamaica in a Jamaica, when Jamaican in a Jamaica suffer for the basic like health care and all these things. And remember them people that come here come breed up, you know. God, them are male and female, them are come here come breed up. So it's like you have 10,000 more, you know, people where you have to make special preparation for. When you can make preparation for your own people in your yard. Yeah, so we don't know that they don't work out, you know. Yeah, but the only thing we can know about the whole fiasco is that people are telling lies to protect themselves. Because the government is a pawn government. Yeah. And the government, remember, United States use them in various aspects. Yeah. Them are bargaining chip, them are bargaining tool, them are this, them are that. Them is nothing. Because what United States have on them is prison. They are looking at, they are steering down the barrel of long time prison sentence.
So, hold on a minute, Pat. So, based on what Marco Rubio said,
yeah,
we could deal with it now because if we are to accept what Bruce Golding is saying, Bruce Golding is saying that they have been forced. So then we have to now go back and believe what Marco Rubio said. Marco Rubio said are some pedophiles, some people when they come here, so
yeah.
So we have a problem now, you know.
We have a problem, of course.
We visit that, the situation and highlight it real big and serious, you know, based on what Bruce Golding say now, you know.
Then Bruce now come through the spanner of the works.
Exactly.
And that Bruce come do, you know. Bruce come through the spanner of the works, so we have to go back, go revisit, and come again Thursday. Because this is not something we just make us drift away, you know.
No, we can't.
No. Because this have serious implication to how Jamaica are going to respond to 10,000 despicable criminals of the highest order.
Look, Martin Pat. As it relates to our budget shortfall, over $28
billion. You can imagine that, brother.
Dilapidating healthcare.
Yes.
The education system wreck. How are we going to process 10,000 and with which majority of them are criminals as according to what Marco Rubio is saying?
Yes.
Accept this.
And Marco Rubio, and just to make matters more, you know, clearer to people, yeah. Marco Rubio also use a definition as to the destination in them, say shit whole country. So the way him, you know, mention the people in whatever bracket, layman term speaking. Yeah, I see where mention the place where I send them go, shit whole country. You see what I say? So at the end of the day, we know say where Bruce Golding go find is very vital to the continuation of this discussion. You see what I say, Sir?
And you're right, Martin, because Bruce Golding now raised the banner again.
Yes.
So we have to take this serious.
Have to.
As I said, Martin Pat, that for some reason I actually believe Bruce Golding.
Well, I don't think Bruce would have come out of retirement to say something where now I can't wait.
No, it's serious.
See, very serious.
But the whole situation as it relates to who Marco Rubio said, coming here in Jamaica, we have to now accept that we have criminals, we have pedophiles, we have rapists. You understand? I mean, we can't accept this. We can't.
I know one thing. One thing, Sir Byron, when I look on the list of country and how much people them take, nobody run near Jamaica in terms of 10,000, you know. I want to tell you, I don't even see a country where I take 200. So me I said, then, oh, Jamaica just woke up the arms. So I said, give me 10,000 now, I got the 10,000.
So Jamaica the garbage then.
And the men, you know, so a Riverton City and the dumb people, for them people, because the administration are criminals. And we know, and they can't, you know, like, don't accept what we put on the table for them. We give some spoiled chicken, take them, man. Yeah, go do what you want to do with them. If you, me don't know, if you want to wash them off and cook, me don't know what you want to do. But here are some spoiled chicken. Take care of them. Yeah? And that's a one. And remember, all this them now go come out and talk the truth, you know. Because it's an indictment on him administration and him leadership. If this happen and him can't do nothing about it. It was an indictment on the leadership and the administration.
Yeah, we'll take a call, Melting Pot. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation. Blessings.
Good night.
Yes.
I just put in a little spin on this.
Yes.
What if at the end of it, Rubio comes out and he talks and he says, well, we did not approach Jamaica. Jamaica approached us about the TCM. Next thing, do you believe that the speech that Bruce Golding gave, that it might, you know, cause some disturbance or some repercussion on the situation? I'm going to hang up on your answer.
Okay. All right. Very, very good question. But I mean, all right. As what she asked, right? Obviously, what Bruce Golding said, right, is going to really cause some situation, right? Some serious backlash. Because for Bruce Golding to be saying this, right, based on Bruce Golding's experience as a former prime minister, right, Bruce Golding had gone through, right, them sort of diplomatic, you know, rubble here as it relates to, you know, diplomacy, right? He has been there and done that. However, as it relates to Andrew Holness administration, this is going now, you know, counter to what the administration is saying. And so then now, this is very serious because this now trigger again, right, some amount of vibration in social media. What is it? What is it Bruce Golding know that we don't know? This is the question, you know. What is it that Bruce Golding knows and we don't know? And then if we are to take Bruce Golding, you understand, to say, okay, Bruce Golding is speaking the truth. And let me say this, the reason why I am taking the side of Bruce Golding. Bruce Golding is in retirement, right? And so then why Bruce Golding would want to put Andrew Holness administration under the heat of coming out and say something contrary to what they are saying. Right? Because what Andrew Holness is saying, you know, is different from what Andrew Marks is saying. And
different from what Crabber said too. Different from what Crabber said.
And different from what Crabber said. And here it is now. Bruce Golding is saying something different now. Bruce Golding.
All together.
Listen. Don't listen to me. Because remember one time Andrew Holness talked to the woman in the green, you know. You understand? Andrew Holness said, and the United States didn't even approach us. Remember, that's what Andrew Holness said, you know?
Yeah.
Well, Andrew Marks, they spin from left to right, they say, okay, all right, she did not make any proposal as it relates to TCN deal. You understand? She's talking about a different program, a skill
worker program.
skill worker program.
Then if you go, but what I say, Byron, I could just read something I know.
Yes.
If you go for skill worker or you end up over that's up where deportation line, supposed to go into the skill working.
But hold on, Melting pot, that is not the question you are to ask. The question that you are to ask, if Audrey Marks is dealing with skill worker program, as according to what Audrey Marks said, why Audrey Marks did not have dialogue with the United States Minister of Labor?
Excellent
why Audrey
point.
Marks did not have that dialogue? You understand? With the administration that deals with labor in the United States.
Labor force, yeah. You know? Cause that would be that
not saying that, you know.
No, she not saying nothing like that. She not telling you she don't identify the source where she go to.
Which now me pick up say Audrey Marks a lie.
Long time.
Alright. Then alright. Remember, you know, also Audrey Marks don't speak about our Minister of Labor, you know, engage in that situation.
No.
Nor the United States Labor Minister.
No.
How could this done then without them?
It can't be done without them.
So what Audrey Marks is saying is lying.
Yeah, she's lying. And we know that for a fact. Yeah. But one thing, the $1 million question what we have to ask right now, why Bruce come out of retirement and say this against him party? But I have an inclination why. Bruce has watched Andrew Wallace destroy the party to the point where the party they brink of no return. Yeah, and Bruce realized that the party is crumbling at an alarming rate. That is a cause for concern, and he want to get out this welfare. Yeah.
Bruce Golden come out because really and truly, diplomatically, you understand, for the pressure to increase on Andrew Wallace.
Of course. Of course. Then why what else would bring out on a sensitive subject matter like this? Yeah. Why I think Bruce would have throw fuel to the fire?
I don't know.
Bruce want to get rid of him. And you have several top man, businessmen, yeah, from the PSOJ rank and file. We want to get rid of him. Long time we know that. Because them sister well then right now, you know, him not offer them the type of, you know, leadership with them want. Even when them run them corruption. And I hear Daisy said something earlier on, and she 100% Andrew bare face with it and show it up too much. That big guy, they want him act more discreet. But him full of beans, you know, within himself, you know. That's him corruption, it is on billboard. Everybody can see it. Him not subtle. Because even if you provide safe haven for narcotics event in your country, at least come out and speak on it now. Come out and speak on the ice fate of murder by the state now. So them not like the direction when take as a leader. Yeah, because them see and them hear we are brand him as a dictator. And every day it show more and more that Jamaica say with a dictator.
And plus,
yeah.
Let me add this. And plus, the situation with the Integrity Commission investigators to the fact now that the court, you understand, lift, right?
Yeah.
Injunction.
Yeah,
right?
the stay of proceeding. Proceeding.
The stay of proceedings, right? That's a problem because that injunction has now been lifted, has now been lifted. Which simply means it's telling the Integrity Commission investigators now that they have the will, right, to dig. And
yeah.
start telling TAJ that them have the will now to dig and feed, to dig.
Yeah.
The thing that I know that Andrew Wallace is in trouble, right? Lead investigators from Overfeed is telling now Glyco Lizard to recuse himself.
Yes, move away.
That's very serious, Melting Pot.
Of course.
Speak to us.
Yes.
Yes, caller. Yeah, we are hearing your caller. Go ahead.
The annual march was influenced by Bruce go in before?
Well, you know, we hear some
floating out there.
we hear some floatings, but yeah, talk to us.
Remember, so she were employed by Bruce. So Bruce, I know a lot of things, but she do. Just remember that.
You have a point, Carla. You have a strong point. You have a strong point.
Right, melting pot.
Yeah.
So, Carla, are you saying it's a possibility that Bruce may have gotten the facts through the grapevine?
What do you mean?
Backside. You sound like you're onto something, Carla.
Come on, think wise.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you're onto something. It's a possibility. It's plausible.
Remember, you're not supposed to get mad from Donald Trump, you know. And then the Obama is supposed to get mad fans for Hillary Clinton was working for Obama.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't get mad fan Donald Trump because Donald Trump at that time never do nothing really to him. I was Hillary Clinton.
Mm-hmm.
So Bruce must know what where he coming from with certain things, but it won't let them corrupt.
Well, I hear your sister, and what you said is plausible.
But think about that one.
No, what you said is plausible. It's plausible.
And your mom. And your mom.
Backside. This no look good. This no look good. Melting pot. This no look good. Blessed sister. Right? Love him.
Man.
Love them.
But if you notice, Bruce come out bowl and swing, you know, in bat, you know, and not care, you know.
Yes.
So Bruce have the whole fact of the matter. Yeah. But Bruce now, as me tell you, Bruce now really in a Andrew Holness.
Hold on a minute, but you sound pretty much confident.
Yeah.
Let me listen to the tape because me have a tape, you know. We are going to deal with it Thursday. Me and you go and dig in.
Yeah, man. Bruce confident that way, I said. Yeah. And Bruce no apology because Bruce realized that Andrew has destroyed all the way the effort them put in to create the Jamaica Labour Party to keep it as a strong party. Right now the party week, if them not thief election, them can't win nothing. Cause remember me always tell people say, you see when you want to know which way the general go, just take a look at the local government election. Yeah? And the PMP swept that. So there's no way you can make up that ground by changing the voters' direction. Yeah? The voter them are say Marky G all the way. Yeah? In the political campaign, them where what throughout the length and breadth of the country. Them now carry the crowd where the PNP are carry. Yeah, that is a clear indication where the voters' mind are. Yeah, and for them steal it like how them steal it. And steal it with the corruption blatant in front of everybody. The two internet providers went down simultaneously along with the power supply GPS. And when everything come back, all of them are surge. James Roberts surge past Williams over St. Thomas. Him surge past Paul Buchanan. Yeah. Rhoda Crawford, she surge past our opponent. Yeah. Even size 14 did under pressure up a fair place. Northeast St. Andrew. She surged past her opponent who did have her under the grip. Yeah. So when you look on that, yeah, it show you. And then we go dig up Pegasus and find Pegasus and have the full detail of what Pegasus offered to people who want to exercise corruption and want to use a process where they, you know, construct the result of the general election. We find it. We find the washerwoman. So we know the corruption and where it linked to, we know the street lane and avenue, the corner and the crevice where Andrew Wallace are deal with as it relates to corruption. The man is so entrenched and, you know, so, and become so, you know, emboldened with Israeli style of governance. Him change all the police them uniform. And then him have them in the EOJ office. In our place, so when a Jamaican we can't work in an EOJ office. Why are we going down the Israeli route? It shows you that there is corruption. And what we want to do is to keep it under wraps. Because the Israeli, them not going to talk to the local, you know. But when I local, if they bring them in there, they will leak things, yeah? That's why you see, it makes sure award this guy, yeah? Tadpole Green, A.K. Gladstone Brown, yeah? It makes sure, make mention of him, you know, honors award for Heroes Day. And that man is not a hero for doing nothing, but he is a hero for help and to thief the election. So we have all the ins and outs and the intricacy of where them go on with. We're there. Because remember, me and you know, so them are thief 10 seats long before the election in the Byron.
Yes.
We know that. We get the info. And them really thief the 10 seat. Because when them do, them strategize and say, as long as we thief 10 seat, man, we will retain power. Yeah? And there goes the people's hope of a change. Because Andrew utilized another aspect of him corruption by utilizing people from outside Jamaica and their equipment and Pegasus. But we now make him do that again and him can't do that again. Yeah? Andrew, let me tell you from tonight, yeah? You are just merely in the shadow of yourself right now. And you know that from a personal point of view, you are not yourself. You are not this flamboyant opposition that ran against Mama P, where you were out there projecting your lies, yeah, and utilizing a thing called reverse psychology for our people. And everything what you say back then, our people can see it now, unfolding around your administration. So you were telling the people merely, this is what I'm going to do to you, but you were telling them that what Mama P was doing to them. Well, the people improved, so Mama P did that do good for them because them could have buy a loaf of bread. Them could have buy 2 pounds of chicken and a pound and a half of chicken back and mix it. Now chicken gone half a straight chicken back and turkey neck. Yeah? And some fish tail and some fish head. Yeah? And my Jamaican people know say under the People's National Party, them never got them bed hungry. Where United Nations never come at Jamaica and say 72% of Jamaica that go to bed underfed. Yeah? Everybody that eat and look good in them skin. Where you come to is change the landscape on the people them. And instead of offer them the prosperity, you give them more property, you increase property upon them. So everybody now is against him. And Bruce Golden know that too. Yeah? Because you say, Bruce have a thief, you know, but them not thief, wagga wagga like Holiness. Yeah? Holiness thief, wagga wagga. Him no care. You know, see him chop every money we come in at Jamaica. Because when we are here, some go film the things, so them go for the deal because it will bring money, more money for put on the people them in a Melissa. I know the people them not get no look off out of the money will come to Melissa. I remember 6.7 billion US them get. 2.8 trillion that equates to. And the money now spent by the people them. So the money where they want to talk about them go forget additional money, have a thief additional money.
And even so, remember say you have money in a burial that the people has not gotten from burial.
You have money from pandemic.
So that even worse.
You have money from pandemic.
Melting pot, we could wrap it up now.
All right, that's not my brother. Yeah, man, we're going over the time. But we have to get the people in Brata, you know, them get 23 minutes Brata, no nothing.
All right, all right.
And more fun and laughter. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Right, big up and give thanks for people to roll in. Let me just hand over to Wifey for Wifey to close us out.
Okay, guys, as usual, thank you so much. Really appreciate everyone. Hope everyone has had a wonderful start to the week so far. And those who are in Jamaica had a good Emancipation Day weekend and looking forward to Independence Day. With that being said, Gonna see you on Thursday. All being well. So safe travel on the gravel and bless up on yourself. Thank you so much.
And remember, people, you have to be safe on the gravel because there is no sun or road in Jamaica. Safe travel on the gravel.
All right.
10 years, you say. 10 long years and look how Jamaica stay. No light, no road, no food pan we plate. People are suffer while Andrew live great. Hey, hey. You stand up on the platform, smile wide and proud. I tell we about prosperity, but we can't see it all now. Hurricane come through and left the people bare. 6 months later, them still out there, asleep under the air. Their GLP friends them build high-rise, roads still full of wood. I whose pocket do I feel while the nation lose its soul? Hospital overflow, picnic can't get bed. School roof a leak, but you and Juliet well fed. You always have excuse, always pass the blame. Every time something wrong, it never go in your name. Jamaica a drown and you claim you're unclean. Biggest actor in a politics we ever see. Wholeness, time to go, time to go. The people, we say no. 10 years and we can't take no more. You know hear us. We are not on the door. Wholeness, time to go, time to go. From Kingston to Negril, the people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done with the show. Wholeness, time to go. Farmer can't afford to plant food, price reach the sky. You bring in the poverty while your own people cry. We born ya, we grow ya, we bleed for this land. But Andrew at the top won't extend the man. You talk about vision, you talk about plan. But 10 years later we still can't understand. Corruption report London, nobody charge. The people pocket small but the scandal them large. Roads crack up parish council bro. Country suffocate done and it just smoke. And when we raise we vice so call we political. But the truth is the truth and the truth is biblical. Time to go, the people. Them say no, we say no. 10 years and we can't take no more. You know hear us. We are knock on the door. Time to go, time to go. From Kingston to Negril, the people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done with the show. Wholeness our time to go. We no want no hype, we no want no speech. We want action, no, not the lies you preach. Hurricane victims still under tarpaulin. Prime Minister fly gone foreign. Your JLP cabinet full, but the people COVID empty. Oh, you live so large when we living so scanty. Not with fists, not with fire, but with voice. Them rising higher and higher. From every parish, every yard, every gate. Jamaica speaking and I know too late. Time to go. The people. We say no. 10 years and we can't take no more. You know hear us. We are not on the door. Time to go. From Kingston to Negril, the people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done with the show. Oh yes, our time to go. This one is for every Jamaican. We can't afford feet. We are sleep on cardboard. We are drive on broken road. The people don't forget. The people don't forgive.